YouTube streets, back at it again. Ronnie Blue Eyes, DVS, stuck in the system, Scandalous Squad. Shout out to Plug. Don't know if he's pulling up tonight, but we'll see. Ronnie, how's it going?
Hey, what do you say, man? I'm just cooling, no fooling, repping new one. It's getting crazy out here. You seen that video with the Boston cop car getting lit on fire with the fireworks? Shit is going crazy. There's riots in the streets all over Massachusetts. It's going up. But this video we about to cover tonight, this shit here is crazy. Crazy.
So this is your man Lorenz Cross, a Cruz. He's from Albany, New York. Uh, I don't know what they got out there in the water, but holy shit, this guy is definitely off his rocker. I really
Yeah,
believe that
facts.
this is for content. This is reminds me of the other story that I read about this girl. She was a up and coming rapper. She did all the things that she wanted to rap about, rapped
Right.
about it, got locked up, is doing a bid with the intentions, and she did it on purpose with the intentions of getting locked up and then coming home and being a content creator. I think
And,
this is
and
what people are like falling back on, Ronnie.
yeah, the clout's the new drug, bro. And for the people in the chat, man, salute. You know where it's at. YouTube Streets Podcast, we back. But this dude right here, he admits to killing both of his parents live on air. Yeah, we're gonna get into it.
Yeah, I don't know what he was thinking, but holy cow, we're gonna be able to tell.
Facts.
Make sure I got the caption, playbacks, and everything good to go. You ready, Ronnie?
Let's go.
Shout out to the chat too, right before we get into this,
Yeah, I was
because
just gonna say salute to the whole chat. You know that. Hold that.
been a while since we've been live. I know last time we went live, not too many people were feeling my views on things. They called me all kinds of libs and all kinds of craziness, but it's all
But a
love,
lot of
man. I
people will
get it.
feel in your absence when you're not here, so we were missing you. So it's good to be back. We're gonna be going live more. We're gonna be bringing you this content. Let's get right into it.
Sitting down with us. We really appreciate it. We'll get to the statement, but first we want to talk about the more recent event, actually the prior events and now the more recent events. Take me back to the summer of 2017. What happened to your parents?
My mother wrote me a note, which the police must have now, describing her walking across Whitehall Road. I'm not Whitehall, Wolf Road, and she fell down on her face. And she had, when I saw her a week or so later, yellow and green, black and blue marks from this. And she wrote that down, and that was a situation that became
Yo, what is going on with this guy?
Yo, he's all over the place, bro. I could already tell the smug look of arrogance. You know what I mean? He's using the hand gestures. Like we're gonna break this shit down, man.
Well, not only that, I'm not really following what he's saying. You know what I mean? Like, what is
Well,
he
he's all over
talking?
the place. He's a nervous wreck, but at the same time, he's trying to remain calm, cool, and collective. He's trying to look and appear to be calm, cool, and collective, but he's not at all. He's a nervous wreck, and you could
I'll
tell.
tell you right now, I'm no psychologist or
Right.
psychiatrist, but yeah, he's getting sociopathic,
Dude
psychopathic,
shot, yeah.
crazy vibes, man.
a problem because when elderly start to fall down, the time comes that they start to, beginning of the end. And my father also had
The
cataract
beginning of the
surgery.
end,
He lost his
yo, bro, that was cold and heartless. The beginning of the
Right,
end.
right,
Whoa,
right.
whoa, my God. Oh, jeez.
vision to double vision, so he couldn't be he couldn't drive. So they were losing their independence and so forth. And my mother had a brother who had Alzheimer's, and my father had a sister who had Alzheimer's. They were both in nursing homes.
Yo, you hear
My
that shit? It's
mother had
like
a
he's trying
second
to
sister
justify
who
this shit. Like
also
he's
has
trying to feed
Alzheimer's.
you
And
excuses.
they put you in a bed, they put catheters into you, they they rip your teeth out to try to keep you, the whole
Whoa.
9 yards. So this is in the back of my mind.
So you didn't want to see them deteriorate and go through that, did you?
And I'll mention, the police know about my sister and having to see my sister die from cancer. I was 16, she was 14. Go through 9 months or so of.
Yo, hold up. You see this
You
shit?
know,
It's like he's trying to justify it, right? Like they were suffering and he put them out of their misery or something like that, allegedly. But he's also like carping a plea at the same time, building an excuse, if you will. Like him and his sister had it rough, this and that. Like this is crazy. We're gonna break it down.
Well, I think he's trying to say that he's seen death before, and it's become easy for him to,
Yep.
I guess, lose people that are close to him, because
Right.
it does seem like he's trying to, water it down and make it seem
Yeah.
like I've been through this before, so it's not that bad.
But for everybody
agony of
watching,
cancer.
pay attention
So-
to how much he's blinking. That blinking radius is like a sign of stress. You know what I mean? So let's pay
So
attention.
did you kill your parents as a mercy killing to put them out of their misery?
I
You can be honest with us.
know. I'll leave that for the statement that I put on your website.
The
But
statement doesn't mention that.
I know,
The statement
I
does
know.
not mention that.
Right.
I want to hear from you.
Yeah.
What did you do to your parents?
I buried them in their property.
You buried them in the backyard of that
Oh,
house in
shit.
Albany.
Right.
At what point did they become deceased?
I need to see a calendar to.
Yeah, this is typical psychopath, sociopath
I need
tendencies.
to see a calendar. My
There's
bad.
gonna be
Yo,
there's definitely gonna be a CSI show on this. This is gonna be wild.
I need to see a
Sometime
calendar.
August 2017.
And did they die at your hand? That's the question.
Right. I'll have to leave it for that statement.
But that's not in the statement. And I think
Right.
it's important for people to know what happened to your parents.
Right.
They were your parents. You loved them. They were deteriorating. What did you do?
I will.
First of all, this guy right here is cool as a cucumber, man.
Yep.
Holy
Yep.
shit.
And at the same
Yo,
time, he's
the
applying,
interviewer,
homeboy's
the
applying
interview.
pressure too. The interview, the dude
But
conducting the interview.
not in an aggressive,
No, he's
forceful way.
cool about it.
He's bringing them
he's
back.
finessing it. Yeah.
No, he is, because he sees the mental health, and he's like, "Whoa, this is almost
yo-
like a child. It's like dealing
but
with a
yo,
child in a sense."
You see how the dude, like, yo, this is a perfect example how you got it frozen right now, how you got it paused, right? You see how he got his hand like that? It's like his hand gestures, right? It's like he's pushing it away, like trying to distance himself. You feel me? We gonna break it down. Let's get into it.
Don't tell me you're going to leave it to the statement, because it's not in the statement.
I know.
What did you do to your parents?
My goal is for the American people to recognize that there's 40 million boomers. They're all going to go through the same kind of problems. If-
Oh, he's an activist now.
Yo,
He's-
that's
He's
mug
pushing
look.
out the activism.
The
He's
smug
saying,
look of
but you
arrogance,
see where-
tapping his feet.
but you see where he's going with the baby boomer situation, because
Yep.
that generation is coming to their end of times, the beginning of their end. How he said earlier, it's a real thing. So a lot of them are going to be suffering. I don't know how a lot of people feel about this, but my opinions are wild. So
But you can tell he's irritated, bro, just by his hand gestures and shit like that. He's showing signs of irritation. The smug look of arrogance,
I don't know, man.
It's like a passive aggressive type shit.
Yeah, I get that. But when it comes to the mercy killings, man, I have a whole nother view on that. Hey, Ronnie, I don't know what your views or your stance are, but if
Well,
I
it's
ever-
not like he was next to Ken or power of attorney that had a piece of paper to say, oh, if they wanted me to.
No, I'm
pull
not
the
even
plug,
talking
if
about
it
that. I'm
was
just talking about
writing.
in general. In general,
Right.
like just like say
It goes back real
I'm gonna give
far.
myself. I'm gonna give myself an example. Let's say I'm 90 years old, right? I'm crepit. I'm just everything
Right.
hurts, and I'm just like, yeah, let's get this shit over with. And I tell my
Right.
kids, yo, this is what I want you to do.
Right. And
Nothing
that's what
like-
they would do back in the day, like way back in historical days, like Greece and Rome and shit like that. They would do that. in
You know,
some
smother them or
civilizations.
something. You know what I'm saying? Smother them. Nothing. You don't brutalize them or anything like that.
Right.
But like maybe a little potion or something. This
Right.
is how they
We're
would
not
do
saying
it.
it's
you know?
right, but we're acknowledging this happened in the past, in history.
Well, not only
You
in
know
the
what I
past.
mean?
Well, it happened in the past, but I think that a person should have the right to choose. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if people gonna eat me up in the chat, but you should have the right to choose. But if he did this with malicious intent, because the plot is there was some sort of insurance money that he was supposed to be getting. You know what I mean? I guess he couldn't just wait for whatever it was. But if they were going to do that, there are places that you can go and they'll do it for you. You get in a capsule pod and you just go to sleep and never wake up. You know what I mean? There's places that you can do it. I believe it's Canada, if I'm not mistaken. Chat, let me know.
It affects all of us, and we need to widen up the law so that people can deal with these kind of problems in a humane way, in a whatever way that people can deal with. And I did my duty to my parents.
So you ended their lives.
I won't.
You're saying that without actually saying that word. I want to hear you say that word. You
Yes.
ended their lives.
I have to
give them mercy. You're saying.
I have to plead my Fifth Amendment rights until I can disclose it with my statement there.
Did you have any concern that whatever?
Bro, this dude is cooked, son.
You see that
He's
foot going,
cooked.
bro? Usually it shows like
He's
impatience, boredom, anxiety, relentlessness, nervousness, etc. But yeah, man, he's all over the place.
But he's it's not like he's lying. He's trying to get this out to the point where it's
Right.
political. It's almost like he's playing this cat and mouse game where it's like, oh, you'll see there's a big finale. You know what I mean?
Right.
But in all actuality, you know what I mean? Like, you're cooked, kid. Like,
could
there's
be-
the
yeah,
lawyer.
he's sharp.
Any
He could be
lawyer
believing
be
his
like, yo,
own
listen,
shit.
if you want to give me your money, man, then go ahead. But you're fucking donezo, all right?
Right.
There's not much I can do to help you, my guy. He's gonna fucking take over anyway. Talk some shit. The lawyer's gonna have to tell him to shut the fuck up. And whatever. But he's cooked. Either way, bro. He's done. This is deeper than mercy kills for the parents.
Whatever you did was wrong.
I would never have done such a thing if I ever did it, knowing it's wrong.
So you believe what you did was right. You believe taking your parents' lives was the right thing to do for their sake.
If I did it, absolutely that.
But you did do it. You're saying to us that.
He said,
And
"What you
shout out to
did
the
do
chat.
it." He pressed
Yeah.
him, man.
Yeah, but you did do it. Yeah.
But you
Shout out
did
to the
do it.
chat. Yo, share this, send it out.
Yeah.
True crime genre, all the true crimers. Yo, this right here, this is the new case right here. I'll tell you
Yeah,
that.
this conversation is crazy, bro. And you see how he keeps like tapping his knee, like it's like that typically signals a sudden strong reaction.
So this is going to be a good line tonight because we got a follow up after this. Because the same guy he sat down with before he got arrested and he got booked and went to jail. He sat down with the same guy after he got arrested and got booked and was in a jailhouse interview with him.
Right.
This fucking dude is out of his mind.
There's a statement there that we'll deal with more later, if you want to know.
Lawrence, I appreciate that, and we'll talk about your statement, but show me where in this statement it says that you killed your parents. It doesn't. It doesn't talk about the fate of your parents here. You keep talking about the statement answering my question, but the statement does not answer my question. It's the question people want to know. And I think they need to hear it from you.
Yes, there's time for that.
And I think now's the time. Did you kill your parents to put them out of their misery?
My concern for their misery.
This guy is truly like into himself.
Yeah, it's crazy, bro. Look at
He's
him.
trying
The
to-
way
he's trying to
holding
have
his chest,
control.
like he's sincere with this shit. He's almost believing his own bullshit.
But he wants to be in control, Ronnie. Like he wants to hold the reins of this whole situation. Like, but it's comical. Like it's almost like he's toying with reality in a sense.
Right.
It was
100%.
paramount.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a huge burden to have to face this coming up. This is a horrible situation.
Sure. So you alleviated that burden.
You're a good questioner. I have to protect my Fifth Amendment rights.
But this guy, he's from New York, Albany, but I'm pretty sure the family is from fucking Brooklyn somewhere, bro. He sounds like a Brooklyn Jew, bro. I swear to God. I don't know if we can say that. Don't cancel me. But I'm just saying, this is what he sounds like, an old Brooklyn Jew.
And this dude's from Albany, New York, right?
Yeah,
this
but
happening.
his parents got to be from the city. They had to move
Right.
up there. There's got to be some kind of relations between
So
the
just to
city.
get some context in the chat, this is takes place in New York, in Albany. I think it's Albany, New York, and this dude killed both of his parents, and he's up here getting pressed nicely with finesse. You know what I'm saying? And he actually admits to taking both of their lives, and we'll see what happens, what transpires after. We're gonna follow up. Let's go.
So I believe his name is Lorenz Cruz, like sauerkraut,
Cruz, right?
Cruz, something like that. But
I'm not an officer of the
we'll
law.
see what he says.
You don't have to say that to me.
Yes, but I mean, whatever I say here is going to be held against me elsewhere, right?
Of course, but you probably answer to a higher authority anyway in the long run. So I think you can tell us.
Yo, you see that?
what
That's a
happened.
good tactic right
Did you
there.
kill-
That manipulation move. Like, don't worry about me and the cops. You're gonna answer to a higher power, like God or whatever.
You're
Like,
already
you're trying to
cooked,
get him up
kid.
there. Yeah, yeah. You're trying to get
You're
him in
already
that
cooked.
zone.
Yeah, like you already did the deed. It's already done. You already admitted on this shit right now. It's done.
So your parents together at the same time in the same place? What method did you use?
All that kind of stuff I would answer later with that deal with the American people.
See, yo,
But
you
I
see
can't-
that? Hold up. You
I'm not
see how
gonna-
he's pushing? He keeps pushing his hand out like he's trying to distance himself from the situation. Like he's trying to
Yeah,
like
he
plead
got
his
himself.
innocence.
Yeah,
I
he
don't
got
want nothing
himself
to do with it. He's trying to push it away,
in a
literally.
corner. Like, whoa,
Right,
this
right.
is a little too much for me right now.
Yeah,
You
he's
know what I
getting
mean?
backed up. Yep.
Speak about such things like that.
But you have a chance to tell the American people right now.
I want their feedback on my statement. Then I can believe that I can tell the truth uninhibited.
You don't think you're going to get better feedback if you're honest with them? And tell
Well,
us what happened?
I put things in the right order that have to be in the right order. But it's very important that insofar as exculpatory material, the police have that statement from my mother regarding what happened to her crossing the street at Wolf Road, falling down,
Right.
And she also had a problem with, she mentioned she was getting lines in her eyes for some reason. And there was no, I don't know what that would be.
That was the prelude.
Hey, listen, man. This guy right here had other intentions. I see it already. This whole mercy thing is all bullshit.
Yeah. This fucking Benjamin Franklin dress up, look alike, wannabe character. You could tell by his,
This guy is a comic. He's what's his
Yeah.
name? He's Jewish. He's from New York City. He's hilarious. He's
yeah.
and he's on SNL too. Somebody in the chat, let me know. But yeah, he does. He looks comical, bro. This
But
guy
he's
is
a
out of
nervous
his
wreck at the
mind.
same time. You see him blinking like a motherfucker.
Well, I'm pretty sure he's got diagnoses. There's
Facts.
probably prescribed medication that he's on, and
Homeboy
he's
got some
been,
screws loose. Yeah.
there's definitely mental health at play here.
Mm-hmm.
That helped set things in motion, you're saying.
That was the,
That started your parents' downhill trend, health-wise.
yes, but also the letter from her to me said, do something. Or
Hold on. Whoa.
Yo, this
Whoa.
bozo looking to
So hold
come.
on.
He's starting to get
So hold on.
confident.
The
You see his
letter-
hand gestures are
the
getting
letter?
bigger and wider. He's taking up more space. He's peacocking and shit.
So he did this off of a letter. So how do you do a mercy?
Right.
What's the best words to use without
Unalive, I guess is what they say.
mercy arriving through a letter? So think about this. Let's set the scenario. You get a letter in the mail, right? You read the letter. The letter says something to the effect, this is from your parents.
Right.
Yeah, I can't take it no more. I need you to take me out. I don't want to do this no more. And then you go and you achieve that goal with no talking in between the letter. Like, how does that work?
Right.
You're an assassin. Like, how do you pull up on them? You just make it like,
How do you
What is
even know
this?
it's them? Like,
oh,
you know,
what is
like,
this?
that's
What is
crazy.
going on?
To not get no kind of
you need to know
confirmation.
this in a way that was,
Your parents asked you to kill them or to take their lives in a merciful fashion?
I think they want me to take responsibility for things.
They asked you to take their lives, to do what they couldn't do?
Implicitly, but not explicitly.
So you were just granting their wishes?
My mother, after my sister died, my mother would give me these do not resuscitate things every few months, and she wanted to die, given her grief for my sister, her daughter.
And you love your parents and you wanted to honor their wishes.
You know, there's something special about our family that we can somehow read each other's minds. And so,
It's over, bro.
Yo,
He's done.
yo,
He's
this dude's
going
backing
to a
him right
mental health
into a
unit.
corner. Yeah, go ahead.
Mental health unit. Straight to the mental health unit. Immediately. They're gonna he might
got
not
him
even be
backed
able
into
to.
a
This is like some Son of Sam shit, bro. Now
corner.
we're
He's applying
we're-
pressure, bro, and
we
he
got
really don't want to
telepathy.
answer these questions, but he's talking his shit.
There's telepathy
Yeah, I
now.
think you went out
too.
for a minute. You was oh, now they damn right straight up psychic. They reading each other's minds and finishing sentences and shit.
Yeah, no, that's crazy. I don't understand how that's gonna hold up in court. That's the wild card for the mental health unit.
being things
I was-
explicit
yeah.
isn't necessarily, you know, I could complete my grandmother's sentences for her, and she would say, well, you know. So, I mean,
Yeah, Ronnie, you're right about that
Shit.
that foot movement, man. Look at his
this
calves.
proves the what
Those
you were
calves are
saying.
muscular as
Yeah, this-
fuck, man. He's been doing that forever, bro. He's been doing funny movements forever, man. Holy shit.
Yeah.
the context of all this became to bear on me.
Did one parent, did your mom or your dad more so than the other, ask you to take their lives?
They didn't explicitly say that, but they made it clear that they were going downhill.
When it actually happened, when your parents died, did they know what was happening to them?
Oh, yeah.
And they knew it was at your hand?
Well, yes, no one else's.
Right. So that they realized what you were doing to them as it happened.
Yes,
They knew that this was it for them, that they were perishing at your hand.
yes. And it was so quick.
Whoa.
How did you?
Whoa. So
Yeah.
quick. He did that shit quick. His hair even
Yeah.
shook.
Yeah.
You seen his hair
Like-
shake just now?
Like
That's
it
so
was
whoop.
nothing. Like it was nothing. This
Like,
dude's
so quick. Like so quick.
yeah.
Like,
This
he was
dude's
amazed.
consistently pressing this dude, very calm, cool, and collectively, like you
No,
have
this guy-
pointed out. But he's applying pressure, like he won't let off on the fact. He's asking the same question 100 times. Not only asking the question, but making the statement, implicating it. Like, so you took their lives. So you was there. You was the last face they've ever seen.
Well, he can
That's
say that
crazy.
because he's already admitted to it. So he's
Right.
got to use that as a force because you
Yeah.
don't want him to leave neither. You don't want him to get fucking stage fright
Right.
and get cold feet and be like, you know
Nah, you
what,
got to
maybe
keep
I
him
made a
comfortable
mistake.
and shit. Right.
So he's feeding him, but he's pressing him, and it's to the point where it's like this guy right here. He might have some special training somewhere.
Yeah, he's subtly
comes
he's
to-
doing it, but he's doing it real subtly, like passive
No,
aggressively.
he's got to have
manipulating.
some law enforcement.
Some kind of
you know,
background, military
training or
trained or
something.
something. Yeah, I believe. I
He
mean,
has seminars
because he
like
did a
that.
hell of a job. Let's be honest, right?
Civilians can go to seminars where they actually show tactics on how to interrogate. There's
course.
actually
CIA
Yeah.
training and all kinds of shit.
ex-CIAs that do actual,
Yeah.
seminars. So it looks like he might have taken a seminar or two.
Yeah, I can't talk about that.
Well, you've just told us that
Right.
it was at your hand.
Right.
Were there drugs involved?
No,
Was
no.
there a suffocation? You suffocated them? You suffocated your parents.
Yeah.
That was the best way to take
Yo,
their lives.
so,
I didn't
hold
even
up.
know.
Notice
I didn't
that
even
he
know that.
nodded his head, but he wanted verbal confirmation. So he kept asking until he gave him verbal confirmation. At first, he was just nodding his head. So if somebody's listening, they wouldn't see that, right? But eventually, he kept pressing him, and he got him to actually say it. That's crazy. You know.
Yeah.
Through suffocation.
Basically,
Which parent did you suffocate first?
my father, and after he died, my mother put her head on his chest, and she was there for a few hours, and then I finished her.
Whoa.
And then what did
Yo,
you do?
Oh wow. Finished
that's
her.
crazy.
What is
Yeah,
this fucking
Mortal
Mortal Kombat? bro?
Kombat shit.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Bro. What is going on? Yeah, no, this dude is he's cracking, but he's actually showing certain parts of where there's
Right.
a lot of bullshit. You know what I'm saying? There's something else behind this shit.
Did you bury them immediately?
No. I I didn't know what to do after that. I was thinking what to do. It took me several days to realize I can't do this, I can't do that. Just bury them on the property, and it was wide open, sunlight.
Is that a vape
I
in his
remember
hand?
my sister,
See that thing in his hand? What is that?
I think he's just squirming around.
she
like-
received either a gift of a
No,
lamb
he's got some in his
or
hand.
a lamb was given to her upon her funeral. But that lamb showed up, and I put it on my
Oh, his
mother's
keys to his car.
Please,
Oh.
So he might try to get the fuck up out of here.
It might
That's why
be
he's
like a
pressing so
fall.
hard.
Yeah.
And that's why he's keeping him like that. He's pressing him hard though. He
Well,
doesn't
that's
want him to leave.
that's a good point out, because at the same time, that's like a security blanket. Like, just knowing, like, that's the pacifier right there. Just knowing I could get up and leave at any time I want.
You think you can, because
Right.
yeah, you fucked up, son.
have that now too.
You call it a grave? You bury them in the backyard, you see it as a grave?
Well, I
Yeah,
buried
see
them,
that?
and I put
See, he wants to see where he's at and where he's attached to
Yeah.
empathy wise, and where he is, on
They're
a
on the
emotion.
mouth. Yeah.
Because if it's a grave, then it's more of a mercy kill, right? If it's just fucking something else, or it doesn't get
If it's a
identified as
hole, right?
as
It's two
a-
different things. Yeah, a hole
Yeah.
and a grave are two different things. I see what you're saying. What he's trying to say, you know what I mean? What he's doing.
yeah.
thing around my mother's grave, and and I planted a peach tree next to her, and I put that there.
Wow, I'm pretty sure he would have ate those peaches. Disgusting, bro. Disgusting.
What did you think as you were doing it?
This
As you
dude
were
is
taking
sick, son. Think about that, bro. You planted a peach tree.
Yeah, he's talking about finishing people like this is a fatality. Like this is.
But listen to this, though.
tragedy.
This is how this dude is sick. So you bury your mother, right, in the backyard, and then you plant a peach tree. I guess he couldn't take it anymore for whatever reason. He couldn't watch the peach tree grow. But I'm pretty sure if he did watch the peach tree grow, he'd be fucking eat that peaches, bro.
Yeah,
He'd
he's
probably
hoping
passing
some
them out
type
to the
of
fucking people in the neighborhood and
reincarnation.
everything.
Yeah,
He'd
yeah.
probably be passing them out like the guy with the homeless people,
Yeah,
making burgers and shit. He'd just be doing it with peaches, bro.
yeah.
Sick
Doing
shit.
it, yeah, sick.
What was going through your head?
Not thoughts, action. Make sure it's done, and not fool around, not make a mistake. But I'm sure the police are going to say what an incompetent idiot I am on that. But
Did they both
They've been saying that as soon as they fucking watched this interview, my guy. As soon as they started shit, you're a fucking idiot.
pass away peacefully? Did they struggle as you did it?
I would say the last minute, no.
What?
But they're
The last minute? What do you mean? What are the last?
Dude's asking the right questions.
So, no, yo. So I just wanted to say before you said that, and when I stopped it, I said, "Yo, this dude is fucking sharp as a fucking
Yeah.
tack, man. He
Yeah.
is.
He's
He
really
is-
getting into it. He's
he-
breaking it down.
he
He's
won.
leaving no room for error.
Now he is pressing, but he's not. Yo, he
Right.
is doing this in such a manner where it's like
The
he's
finesse,
feeding
right?
his ego, and
Right.
he's letting him tell his story, but
Yeah,
he's also keeping him in a suspenseful way where
Right.
you're not going nowhere. You know what I mean? Like you're done. You can have all
but
the
he
keys
also
you
keeps
want.
confirming for the evidence that you did this, and this is how you did this, and this is why you did this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he
He's
has
making
to.
sure they touch on that, right?
Because he can see the mental health, and he's actually feeding the mental health to his advantage.
I think my father died very quickly, like surprisingly quickly. That shocked me.
Whoa.
And then, the part with my mother, went quickly too.
Did you realize what you were doing, as righteous as you may have thought it was illegal, and
Oh yeah.
you knew you were breaking the law? You knew you were.
Well, that's what I'm saying. We have to squeeze the law to fit the humans, not us, the humans to fit the law. And we have 40 million boomers. They're all going to suffer a horrible death, typically.
Yo,
He's jumping on a fucking weird bandwagon.
fuck.
This is even sicker because
Wrong turn, yo.
yeah, like you can't like he's trying to have that as a foundation, right? He's trying to get a
Right.
movement. Like this is almost like Wade Wives. So he's trying to get these poor children from the baby boomers that are going through whatever the fuck
Trying
he's
to
gonna say he went
manipulate a
through.
cult like
Yeah,
following, right?
absolutely. He's trying to drag and tag that whole situation where
Yeah.
feel sympathy for the
He's
children of
trying
the
to snatch
boomers.
sympathy. Exactly.
Yeah, so it's
Sympathy
like
snatch.
it's this is clout
Next
chasing at
level.
its finest, bro.
This is next level.
My mother always,
And yo, what the fuck? Is there hot in that room? Nobody got
If somebody
socks
died-
on. What the fuck? What they got? What's going on here? We in New York. I know it gets cold over there, but no one got fucking socks on. What's going on?
Oh no, I don't wear socks either, man. I don't know, man. It's just it's a
Shout out
thing,
to
I
the Red
guess.
Sox.
Yeah, I don't know.
Shout
Shout
out
out
to
to
the
the
chat.
chat too, man. Shout out to the
Yeah,
chat.
salute.
This is a crazy case, man. We just stumbled upon us, man, and
Yeah.
it's just one of them things where you're just like, holy shit! How did this get this far? And how did he get to be by himself for this long? Because somebody
Right.
should be supervising his ass. You know what I mean? There
Well,
should have
no
been
doubt
some
he got
sort of
high off the clout,
overseeing.
like you said. He's up here just popping his shit. Like,
I want to see this guy's algorithm. You know what I mean? I wish we can get like the minutes in court. You know, like you're on trial, you get the minutes, everything that's said. I want to see the
oh,
minutes
he's a fucking weirdo. I
connected to
couldn't
his
imagine.
algorithm. I'm talking
Right.
about for months. I'll scroll through everything to see what's going on.
Well,
See
they're gonna
just
do
how
shit
well he
like
was
that. They're
fed.
gonna comb through that shit with a fine tooth comb. Just you know what I mean. If there was any indications or whatever, you know how it go.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy.
in their home, she would
Case
say,
studies.
great, the person died with their boots on, instead of going to a hospital and going through a meat processing factory kind of thing.
What?
Yo.
So they were both children of World War II. My mother was born in 42. She was a toddler. She told me she would follow funerals behind the horse and
Yeah, my pops was born in the early 40s. He was a tough fucker, you know what I mean?
Right.
Tough
He
as
talking about
nails.
dying with the boots on and shit, like going out like a soldier type shit. This is crazy.
Yeah, I think he's bugged out.
wagon. This is the kind of world she grew up in. My father was at age 12 in a communist concentration camp for 3 years. So they had very serious.
See, I told you, man. I'm not being stereotypical. I'm just being for reals, man. I'm from New York City, man. I've seen every single walks of life, bro. I know. I've seen everybody. I know everybody. You know what I mean? This right here is just, a cookie cutter with less mental health.
Right.
Typical Brooklyn Jew.
lives, given the globe, the genocidal British geopolitics, as I call it, and so they were not fooling around on things. They were serious people.
When you were doing this, did you think about the financial ramifications, the fact that you would continue to take their government money?
Once that happens, and what do? The government is pissed because I took the Social Security money and gave it to people who were starving in the Philippines. Okay, then.
Oh, he's
Yo,
messing with the
here we
exports in the
go.
Philippines, bro,
Dog,
allegedly.
this is crazy.
Whoa,
He's talking about like he gave it away to charity, man. Who you think
In
you
the
fooling?
Philippines,
Not this kid from
Philippines,
Newman.
bro.
Right.
Go to
Come on
Philippines.
now. Come
Come
on, man.
Philippines, yeah, come on, man.
Be angry about
Red
that.
light
But
district.
anything, the police know all the money that I have went to people to help them. Thousands of dollars. I gave almost, not all of it away because there was still a lot left. But I gave away. I didn't.
Yo, this is crazy. He
So he
talking
was
about the money. Yo, I
collecting.
didn't give it all away. There was a lot left. Like, yo, bro.
He collected their
He was getting that
Social
extra side money.
Security. Yeah, he was collecting their Social Security
Income.
and then sending it. Well, some of it, not all of it, because he still has a little bit of it left. But
Supposedly, allegedly,
the
he was
Philippines,
sending it. Yeah.
to the lady
We need receipts.
allegedly, He was sending it to the lady boy. Stop lying, man. Allegedly, man.
With the money, I gave it away. I didn't enrich myself.
Does that justify what you did?
No, but this is not a kill for money case. Is important to say. It's
Whoa, the fact that he said that, it's not looking good, kid. That raised a red flag for me.
Big facts.
I was helping people before that just fine. So it didn't. The issue of taking my parents' money for other purposes related to that doesn't fit. That's why the police, they had a theory going which we talked about on Tuesday, and they wanted to try to say that this was taking their money to give away to other people, but it was that the other part.
Yo, he thinks he fucking robbed
primary
the hood. Yo,
situation.
his dumb ass is admitting
Not
to a
even.
crime. It doesn't
His-
matter what you did with it. You took it. You
His
killed him.
scheme, his scheme. He doesn't know where to go. He doesn't. He's trying to cover all ends. You know what I mean?
Right,
So
right.
his scheme is like he doesn't really have. He's telling on himself
Right.
when he really thinks he thinks he's helping himself,
But he's
really
trying to
telling-
justify it in a way, right? He's trying to
Yeah,
play the
he's-
Jesus card, play the savior, but come on, man. We see right through it. It's transparent.
And remember always, right? Even with Wade, as you gave Wade or anybody else with severe mental health issues, you give them time, you'll be able to see some
Yeah.
shorter than others, but it's usually within a 30-minute period, you'll be able to see the flips and the ups and the downs and the
Yeah.
splits and the ticks and all these things that he's exhibiting, right? And
Right.
trying to give himself this light of innocence where he's actually telling on himself by
Right.
talking way too much.
Well, exactly, because I was gonna say that's exactly what Homeboy is doing, right? He's just letting him talk, because we both know, and we both set up here many times, the more you talk, the more likely you are to say some stupid shit, right? So he's just sitting back, giving him the time and space to say some stupid shit, and he does.
Yeah, but he is a fucking fantastic interviewer, interrogator. He
Facts.
can't fucking interviewer status. This is like
Shout is
interrogator.
attacked. Yeah.
Someone called that blood money,
Right, and I was giving it away.
but it's still blood money.
Well, if you kill to take somebody's money away, that's blood money. But if what was I supposed to do with this money? Again, I couldn't tell anyone. The government needs to have an office where you can say, this is something that happened, and here's how it happens, and this is, they need to deal with these kind of problems in an open way. Everything in this country is hidden away, and this is a societal crisis. Again, 40 million people are going to deal with this, and maybe a multiple of that given their friends and family. So I mean, it's a reality of human experience. And I just wanted to say, in 2020 there was this YouTube channel called Tribe of the Fox, and they did a video called
Yep.
The Manor Bunda.
He's trying to be a YouTuber. That's what he's going for. He's going
Yeah.
for YouTube content, clout chasing bullshit.
He dressed like he
And
fucking
they
jogged.
explained how
bitch.
in the ancient times they had men who
Yeah.
would do this for the elderly.
Oh, see, we were just talking about this.
So they
The history of this shit, of when people would, even like the Spartans, if a baby was born weak or with, certain conditions, they would, dispose. Unfortunately, it sounds barbaric, but this is history. This is just facts. You know what I mean? So he's gonna try to use any little thing. He's grabbing at shit. Like we've seen this in the Mackenzie case where she don't have one solid reason, so she's just grabbing at different excuses, throwing shit at the wall, seeing what sticks. You know what I mean?
Yep.
wouldn't have to suffer. Of course, the ancient
Justified.
Greeks always believed in dying on the battlefield rather than dying, in a bag of bones, like a bag of bones. So, I mean, culturally, America is totally.
They didn't die on a battlefield, though. It sounds like they died in their beds with a pillow over their faces.
Thank you.
But you could put it that way.
I mean, it wasn't
Yeah, and that's a
battlefield.
good point. It wasn't a battlefield. They was on their beds and you smothered
Bro,
them.
this dude is
is crazy.
delusional. I didn't even want to touch on that shit because
Right,
it's just
right.
so far out. It's just like, what the fuck are you talking about? This is the longer you sit with somebody with mental health, you'll see this is where they start to fall off that cliff of making any kind of sense. They might be able to keep it together in the beginning, right? But they can't get past a certain point of keeping it together. And this is where he starts falling off that cliff.
So we just got a donation,
Well,
Peachy Pop,
right. It's not, I mean,
$9.99.
the
Thank you.
preference.
Yeah, shout out to you.
Appreciate
Thank
you.
you. I appreciate you. And thank
Salute.
you for the support. As always, man, supporting the channel helps us, get through what we got to get through when it comes to, these scenarios of what's taking place. Ronnie, I don't know about you, but definitely helps me, man, when it comes to a
Yeah, I
lot of
appreciate it,
situations.
man. Thank you all, man. Salute. Peachy Pop, salute.
Absolutely.
Of people of the ancient Greeks was to die on the battlefield rather than die so infirm that you had nothing.
Was it a pillow that you used?
No, no, no.
What did you use to suffocate them?
For my father, my hand.
Oh, whoa, that is
Whoa.
personal, bro. Your
Yo,
hand?
yeah, he
You
straight
put your
strangled him.
hand over your father's mouth and nose? Because
Oh,
you can't
maybe he
just put it.
smothered him, suffocated him. Yeah. I didn't know if he strangled him. We'll have to see
Well,
if it's
I'm going with
strangulation or
smothering. I
right. He
don't know.
might have
You could
smothered him. Or
you could be right about the
we'll
strangulation.
see. Yeah, we'll see.
For my mother, a rope.
Oh,
Whoa, a
whoa,
rope
whoa.
for the mother.
What?
What the fuck?
Yeah, listen,
He
this
said
is
I put
where
hands on my father and I used a
that's not
rope.
humane at
That's
all in any way,
crazy.
shape, form, or fashion. You
Yeah,
put like so. This is almost like
scumbag.
a gladiator shit. He's been
I
watching
was
too
gonna
many
say I
gladiator
didn't even
shit.
want to say
He
barbaric
he no, he
because
got that from
it's
Gladiator. Because
further than barbaric. Yeah.
remember when the son kind of like he took his father out.
Yep.
So this is kind of like what he's doing. And a rope? What the fuck
And
is
it's
with your
crazy that you
rope?
say that because he brought it up and compared it to ancient Greek or
Yeah,
Roman.
no, he watched too many. Yo, you're gonna see in his fucking feed. It's Gladiator shit and bullshit. And Gladiator is one of my top five. That's one of my
Of
favorite
course.
movies.
Oh, you see part two? It was crazy, amazing. Denzel
Can't really
Washington.
watch any part twos of anything that's
It's still
based
good.
on history.
Not as good as part one, but let's stay
Yeah,
on track. But still, great movie. You know what I mean?
no, absolutely
I
great
definitely
movie.
check it out.
Yeah, but this right here, man, this guy is out of his
He's not a
rabbit
fucking
ass mind.
gladiator. He's just a weirdo, right? He's
But he's
sharp.
telling on himself. But a rope, man, that
Yeah.
is like that's not humane.
That's yeah. Nah, that's a
In your
force.
hand over your father's.
So you strangled her?
Yeah, that would seem better.
It was strangulation, not suffocation?
Well, it's the same. No, denial of oxygen,
Okay.
but
What?
also blood circulation.
What? He what? What?
Yeah,
Hold up. What?
he's sick,
What did
man.
he
He's
say,
trying to find
bro?
a way. He said, "Hold on, let's hold
What one
on.
is it?
Not suffocation?
Well, it's the same. No, denial of oxygen.
Denial of oxygen.
Oh,
This
denial of
dude is
oxygen.
this dude is
He
out
said,
of his
well, it's the
fucking mind.
same. Wow.
He is out of his mind, man.
It's wicked wild.
For him to try to reword and try to, sidestep that is crazy.
Okay.
But also blood circulation.
So you cut off the oxygen to both of them. That was your method.
Yeah.
Okay. Now that this has come to light
Wow.
and
Yeah. He
the
said
police
that
started
casually,
investigating,
too.
do you have any regrets?
I did the right thing for them based on the situation. I did my duty to them as a son, and that's everything fell into place. I don't know how it happened that it all fell into place, but it did. And so no, I don't have. It's a horrible situation to be in. One does one's duty, and one is done. The
Yo,
issue
hold
of
on. Can I
regret-
just point out one thing, bro? During this whole thing, right? I don't see no emotions, right? You see him defending himself. You see him trying to justify shit and get emotional on a like a rational level where he's trying to be logical about shit. But there's real no deep emotions. There's some kind of like sociopathic, psychopathic, narcissistic tendencies, like with this lack of emotion, deep, sincere emotion.
No, yeah, I'm telling you, man. I picked that up in the first 15 seconds of watching this guy, man.
Oh, of course,
There's no, for me, right?
no remorse.
I don't see any kind of breathing. I don't see any kind of like any signs of distress where you would be grieving. You know what I mean? Like
Well, you
it's
gotta look at it
more,
like this. Go ahead.
it's more like he's trying to defend whatever
Right.
fuck story this is. You know what I mean?
Well,
Because this is a soup of fuckery.
And he's up there for over a half hour talking about ending his parents' life, and not one tear, not one moment where he breaks down or gets emotional or sad or depressed. You know what I mean?
Well,
Not
there was a few
once.
times where he cracked, but I think that was more
Or
for
I might,
show. It was
maybe
in
we
the
didn't get to it
beginning.
yet. Right. Oh,
No,
okay,
it
okay.
was in the beginning. He cracked a little bit. He tried to, he tried to
I
put on
think that
something.
was more of a performance, but
But to touch on that 30-minute mark, you keep on saying that this interview is 30 minutes, and that's a long time for any police force to take this
right.
seriously and be like, yo, listen, we got somebody here at the news station confessing to the murder. You're like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, let me patch you through to fucking Detective Joe Schmo, and
Right.
then it waits for 5 minutes, and they're like, yo, we got somebody online, and then you're like, oh shit, we'll be down there, keep him there. This dude
Yeah.
keeps him there for 30 minutes, bro. That's more than enough time for
Yeah.
anybody
And
to
he did
get
a
to
hell
you.
of a job. It's like they wouldn't even need to really interrogate him much. They got all they need right here.
Yeah, they should put this guy on a goddamn interrogation payroll.
I can't say this. It's a regrettable experience, a regrettable situation.
Hold on. Did he just say what I think he said?
It's a regrettable experience, a regrettable regrets. I can't say this. It's a regrettable experience, a regrettable situation. And of course, life is horrible. It has horrible moments in life. But that's that.
And I just want to make sure I have it correct, because I'm a
Yo,
journalist and
that's
facts are
that.
important.
Well, I guess that's that. What the fuck? Yeah, this dude's heartless.
Well, he's
Heartless,
just
bro.
passing. He's just passing the ball around. That's all he's doing because he got tired. He was like hot potato. It's like, oh shit, it's too hot for me now. Pass it back, and he's gonna take it, and he's gonna make that shit even hotter, and he's gonna pass it to him
You used your hand, a
or
single
cool it
hand to
down.
kill your father,
Right.
putting it over his
No.
nose, and you choked him. Okay. And you did the same with your mother, but with a rope. You choked her with a
No,
rope.
no. Just a rope.
Right, I'm sorry, but I meant you choked her with a rope, though, instead of your hand.
Right.
Okay. Are you on any medications today?
No.
Yeah.
Well, no.
Nothing?
Nothing.
Is your mind
Yo.
clear and
I'm just a little.
It's a
Yo,
logical
so this is
question.
two
Are you
things.
on medication?
But listen. So a lot of people like, yeah. Obviously, he's crazy. He's saying this, right? So you can't try to use this. Oh, I was inebriated when I confessed. I was intoxicated. This is real detective work. You see him breaking him down, getting him to confess, and getting him to admit that he's in the right state of mind while he's confessing. That's some detective work right there. That's crazy.
No, he's following a protocol. That's why I said there has to be some sort of training or seminars that he's went
Yeah.
through. And once you know the basis of journalism, you can take this and remix it however you like. And I think if he doesn't have the seminars, he definitely has the experience where he's been able to, understand the pressing and when
Yeah.
not to press and what questions. He's probably got an arsenal of fucking questions
Yeah.
on different levels of how to
How to
approach
push
different
buttons and
situations.
shit, right?
Yeah, no, he looks like he's seasoned, man.
He definitely
Trying
sounds
to keep
like
my
it.
eyes open, but that's okay.
okay, but you have no mental disabilities that are affecting what you're saying here today?
Correct.
You're
See,
confident in what you
there's the
said and
insanity plea
clear
out the window right
Out
there.
the fucking window you go, kid.
of
Yo,
mind as you say all this?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would appreciate. I hope that you could.
So it's over, bro. That any kind of trying to get a insanity plea, it's pretty much done.
crazy.
Put this on YouTube. The whole thing.
I'm sure we'll put this on. And are you ready to face
Yeah, I'm
the
sure we'll
consequences
put
now
this on
with the
for
police
you.
and the authorities?
Yes, but I would like the American people to also read my statement. So
This dude's got a manifesto, bro. A fucking
Yeah.
statement. That's
There
a
goes the
manifesto.
mental competence shit. Like he can't try that one. He already admitted to being sober and apparently in the right state of mind. This is crazy.
that everybody can have something to appeal to on this. I know my statement is I'm not really concerned about the police or the courts or anything. There's something much bigger in life, and we have to deal with the big things in life.
Okay. But again, just to
He's gonna be doing 25 to life and better. He's probably never gonna see the parole board. But if he did see the parole board, they'd fucking hit his ass with a 24-month extension for like every time he goes to see them for the next 5 visits. His dude is done. He's finished.
Yeah. He's gonna be
He's
doing
talking
laundry. He's a do boy.
space head shit, bro.
be certain,
Yeah.
in 2017, you took your father's life.
Correct?
and then moments later, or a short time later, you took
Got
your
him
mother.
confessing about this shit. This is different takes. This is you can make
Correct,
shorts.
yeah.
You can make short of this shit.
Mother's
Yep.
life on that same day.
Right, right, right. Well, see, that's the thing. It was late at night, and it was
Get
like
more info out
late
of him.
evening on one day into early morning next.
So within hours of each
Right,
other.
right, right, right.
What did you do between the taking of your father's life and the taking of your mother's life?
I'm trying to remember because there was. Yeah, I don't remember.
Did you sit with your
See
mother?
the
with
blink
with the
radius
three
go
of you
up right
together
there?
in one
Well,
room?
before they died,
That's the
For me,
nerves,
when
bro.
I see no, fuck the nerves. You know, when I
That's
see
the
that, bro,
stress.
that's no. Listen, bro. When I
He's
see that
lying.
blinking, there's something
Thinking.
going on. There's a disconnect somewhere. There's something's not firing, bro. That shit is like I can't get it together. I'm trying to figure it out. Can't get it together. I'm trying to
Yo, I'm
figure it out.
telling you, bro,
And then
when you
something else
nervous, you
comes.
blink 10 times more than you would on the average.
Bro, his computer, his shit
Yeah.
is not computing, bro. There's a disconnect. Some wires are short, and he gets it after a few blinks, but there's something that keeps him where he can't like get it. Those blinks are something else.
Disconnected, yeah. Nah, I'm telling you, it's nerve.
That's a mental.
That's
That's connected to the brain, bro. That look in the eyes, that's a brain thing going on.
my father was here, my mother was here, and I told them what happened to me and my sister after she died. And my sister died in the house too, because when she died from the cancer. But she died in May of 1988, and then in that fall was I was doing my 11th grade.
So it's
now.
almost like he goes through picture
And,
frames.
There was a
So like when he's talking, it's almost like he goes through picture frames. Like every
Yeah.
time he's about to complete that picture frame, a blink comes, and then as far as it comes for him to think about it, is how long his eyelids stay open to the point where it's like, okay, that's complete, and then it's the next one, and then when he has to focus so much, he closes his eyelids to see it clearer. You know what I mean? Like this dude is sick, bro. He's got that mental health he has. It's wild.
I had to do a paper in a big test. So I did an overnighter to do that test, and then tried to do a second overnighter to finish that paper or something. And I crawled into bed at like 2:45 in the morning. And sometime then after, I popped out of my body. And I started floating up to the ceiling. I saw the nooks and crannies, and I acknowledged that the nooks and crannies of the ceiling, and then the whole world disappeared. And I was in this big black void, and it was rushing by, and then I saw my sister in a doorway in profile. Anyhow, after that,
what?
He's trying to
What
use
the
his sister
fuck
as
is he
mental
talking
health,
about, bro?
So,
Yeah, he just went left, like wrong turn.
No, but that's where he's gonna. So these
Take the
disconnects
picture. Yep.
is what he's gonna try to use as far as mental health goes when it comes to like if there
Right.
was an attempt
If
to
he
get
right.
insanity.
Even though we just heard him say he's mentally competent, allegedly, supposedly he's claiming, but we will see this, and he'll try to use that as a defense. I'm sure his defense will bring it up. He's clearly not stable. He's crazy, whatever, what have you.
it was like a near-death experience kind of thing. And so I told my parents about that experience, and I told them, go find Rosa. My sister's name was Rosa, and so my father just died quickly, so quickly. And I told him, find Rosa, and
That's the emotional he gets. That's where he's trying to show that he gets emotional. That's his, his little sign of being human, I guess.
that's that.
And then again, just take me through after your mother died, how long was it before you buried them? Approximately.
This dude has the ability to shut the fuck up and shut off and think about the question that he's asking,
Yep.
and allowing him to speak because he knows he's gonna speak, right? He knows he's gonna fucking tell everything to an extent. But in the process of him saying all this stuff, it gives him the opportunity. He kind of shuts everything out. He's still listening, right? But he's able to fucking say, "Yo, the next question, it's got to
Right.
be this," because that was a great, follow-up question.
And you know
Just
what's great with
on
the
spot.
interviewer? The dude conducting the interview is genius because not only does he ask
That's what I'm talking.
questions,
That's what I'm
yeah.
talking. Yeah, that's what I'm
But
talking about.
yeah, so not only does he ask questions, he directs statements and gets him to agree to that. That's even more powerful. You get someone to open up a lot more with the statement than a question. You feel me? So he definitely knows what he's doing. Like you said, there's definitely some training in there. He's definitely hit with this shit.
2 or 3 days, actually.
Yeah, absolutely.
So your parents' deceased bodies were in your house with you for 2 or 3 days.
Right.
And then you decided you had to do something to cover up your crimes or to properly bury them and send them on their way.
See how he's being real with him, right? Like, because he's not trying to like woo him or
Right.
feed him any kind of lies. He's saying your crimes. These are crimes.
Right.
Your murders.
Right. I mean, I needed to,
He admitted, right? Yep.
yeah, I mean, basically, I had to bury them.
Was the burial to cover up your crime?
Um,
You didn't want to be found out.
right, of course. I mean, what to do? So again, the thing to do just occurred to me. Oh, she can fit here and he can fit there, and then just do it. And it was done, and that's that.
Have you lived with fear of being found out all these years?
I don't know if you can see this, but the interviewer, I would love to know this guy's name. Chat, if you know, drop it in the comments. But he's watching him so intensely, right? That every
Yep.
time that this dude looks away and looks up and looks over and looks left and does all this other crazy
Yep.
shit with his eyes, he is watching every single thing about him.
Exactly.
And it's so real, right? Because if you look at this layout, there's 2 cups on the table. Listen, anytime you want DNA,
Of course.
offer a drink, right?
Yeah.
So it's like
Last
he's
table, you
got
got fingerprints. They got the
you got
DNA with the
everything.
cup. Everything you need. And the fact that this is another good one, right? I'm gonna point this out. The fact that he's sitting directly in front of him with his feet facing his feet and his face facing his face is the most, like personal he could get with him. You know what I mean? Intimately and get him to open up. So there's a real art to this dialogue. Like this is crazy.
Yeah, it's definitely an art and true process of interrogation or whatever you would want to call this. But this is grade A shit here.
I struggle to do other things with my life to try to make something great out of it, because if that's what I know that they would not want me to rot away to death in prison over this. I have a duty to everyone to make the best out of my life, and in the end, do what's best for the people of Germany, really. I call it being a Volkssaver. It took me years to understand.
Whoa, hold
but,
on. Germany? He said a Volkssaver? So if I'm not mistaken, Volks in German means people. Like, you got the Volkswagen, the People's Wagon. You got the gang, the Volks front, the People's front. So I don't know why he's referring to Germany
I
right
call it
there.
being
Because
a
we're talking
Volkssaver.
about
It took me
Albany,
years
New
to
York.
understand all
But
this.
run that back.
Yeah, that's what I
Please.
did.
Germany, really. I call it being a Volkssaver. It took me years to understand all this.
People saver, a
People
Volkssaver.
saver. Yep. That
Yeah.
means people
But
saver.
I learned a lot in the last eight years that I never knew before, and I learned self-educated in so many ways. So I did not. The issue of being caught is I was able to buy time to solve huge problems, and that's worth it in many ways. To the American people, to me, and to them, to their legacy, to their,
This dude is batshit crazy, bro. To the American people, you just sent all your money to the ladyboys in the Philippines, allegedly. The fuck are you talking about, crazy boy?
Do you think people are going to accept this rationale
They probably won't.
and feel for you?
What they need to feel is for their own parents. They're going to face the same problems, and they're going to have to find solutions ahead of time, or else they're going to end up like me. That's the reality.
Are you telling other people that when their parents start ailing, they should take their lives?
They have a duty to their parents to
Yo,
bring.
that's a crazy question, bro.
No, because it's a real question. It's. I'm
He's
calling you
really
on your
diving
bullshit
in.
now. I'm calling
Right,
you on your
right.
bullshit now because this fucking beat around the bush crazy story you're telling me we already like he already knows like this is all
Right.
bullshit. So let's really get to the real question. This is what it
To
is.
comfort at the end of life when they believe they need to.
But again, just to be clear, you took both your parents' lives.
Yes.
Yo, they're gonna play this shit on loop in the fucking office for this guy, bro. Yo, I swear to God, they're gonna be like, yo, this guy,
Crazy.
he's gonna get awards and all that, bro. Fucking great job, my guy.
And you realize that you're probably going to face the criminal consequences.
Oh, of course.
I mean, you're probably going to be arrested and
Well-
charged. And
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure they're gonna. I mean, it's a process. You have to go through the process. How it will come out at the end, I don't know. But to influence that process, I would beg the American people to read that statement.
all right, Lawrence, thank you for being with us.
Oh, I appreciate it
Okay.
very much. Thank you.
Good, guys?
Those calves, man, those calves was pumping, baby.
You good, Stone?
Whoa, that man looks like he is straight out the fucking loony bin, bro.
I think we covered all the bases. Yeah, is there anything else you want to say?
Why did you write that manifesto?
What?
I'm calling it a manifesto. What would you call it?
A statement to the American
Yeah, call it a manifesto, basically.
people. Is that what I wrote? That's what you wrote down?
I wrote statement to the public because you said that.
Yeah,
'cause
I
you
think-
said that to me.
Right. Yeah. A statement to the public. What was the other option to call it?
Manifesto.
Not a manifesto.
Just a statement to the public. It is a bit rambling, a bit hard to follow.
Right. That's why I say I need more conversation over this.
But do you think people are going to want to talk about this or the fact that you
Absolutely.
took your parents' lives?
Right, they're going to talk about that. That's what they want to know. It's just reality. So, I mean, they'll, it's a horrible thing.
They ended the interview, Ronnie, right? They wrapped it up, and then he just kept on fucking going, bro. That shows you the intense. But this could be a defense for his legal, right? Because
Right.
he was, listen, this dude just kept on talking like he doesn't know any better. Like he's fucking,
Mhm.
he's got these mental health issues where he's, he's feeding some sort of egotistical
Yeah.
bullshit. Whatever they're gonna
That's
try
gonna
to
be
come
a
up.
double-edged sword either way. Yep.
Situation to be in. Many other people are going to face it. My
But are other people going to take the same actions you took?
Probably not, because they don't have the same kind of sense of duty to their parents as I did. Duty
Whoa!
is
Now you're a better child. You're a better
Now, 10
son
minutes
than
ago, it was
everybody else.
everybody. Right, 10 minutes ago, it was everybody's duty to do this, to have that mercy and take it upon themselves to do God's work, if you will, in His crazy mind, right, or whatever. Now we're saying it's just him. What's going on?
You're gonna eat this shit up, man.
I owe it to you to do it, as opposed to right and wrong, the law, etc. These are different ways of being. And of course, the law in this country does not allow for this way of being.
But are you truly confident that's what your parents wanted?
I know my parents are harsh in certain situations, and if my mother could see where she was going, she would never want that.
But you said they didn't expressly ask to be killed.
Yeah, bro. That's
Are
basically
you sure you
saying
did what
that
they wanted to be?
Yeah,
this is not what the fuck they wanted, bro.
right.
That's basically you saying this is not what they wanted. Because
Yep.
how could it be that you can say that that's not where she wanted to be buried? She wouldn't like where she's buried at or how it was taken out. Because you didn't. It was not planned by them. You
Right.
got this crazy fucking idea that you had telepathy with them, and then you got a letter, and then you come on, you
Yeah.
took them out without them even knowing, bro.
And you notice as soon as he asked that question, his blink radius started going crazy. Like the nerves set in, the nerves kick in. You have these micro expressions on your face that no matter what you say, they're telling a different story. You feel me?
Well, the eyes are always connected to the brain, man. And,
Oh yeah, the eyes never lie. That's an old Irish saying out here in Boston. We got bars and clubs and people. The Irish eyes never lie, but just eyes in general, eyes never lie. Like coming from the guy Ronnie Blue Eyes never lie, straight up.
Yeah, I can see like there's some sort of disconnect
See
in his
it in
brain.
your eyes. Right.
There's something off. Like the lights are on, but nobody's home. But you're trying to sneak around and make it seem. You know what I mean?
Done?
It's crazy.
I think
Yo.
that they would have increasingly would have wanted me to help them if their situation got any worse.
So that day in what you think was August of 2017, what made that day the day?
I think it was a colder evening, and the windows were closed, so it was not a. It was just no noise or something like that.
So you were safe from detection? Is
Right,
that what
right,
you're
of
saying?
course. Because it was a summer, right? It's usually hot and windows are open, but it was kind of cold that period.
So because it was a little chillier that night, you decided to take your parents' lives.
That note she gave me was sometime
Wow.
in May or June.
He is pushing the narrative right there. Whoa.
Yeah.
Because it was chilly outside, you decided to take your parents' lives.
I think when
Well,
she
it
said
gets
she fell, it was
arrogant.
May or June or something like that. So this has been, my father already told me he has double vision. He had a hearing aid. He couldn't hear anymore. His eyes were going. He couldn't drive. My mother, I knew, was not using her turn signals properly. So they were.
So you took your
What
mother out
the
because she wasn't
fuck?
using your turn signal. Yo, this dude
Yo.
is shot, son.
My
But
guy. Yo.
the more you talk, the more he's gonna say shit. That's why it's like he let him go, but he didn't let him go, and he kept him there. He just fucking spilling a crazy beans.
Losing their independence and even awareness of the world because of, breakdown.
Most people, I think I'm safe in saying, would not take their parents' life because they couldn't use their turn signals properly.
Yo. Yo.
Yeah.
To kill your mother because she can't use the blinker is crazy.
Yeah, she's gotta go. Imagine that. I'm sorry I'm laughing, but just think about
Yo.
this shit, right? If
She can't
every
use the
son or
blinker?
child say, yo, you know when it's time for moms to go? It's when she can't use the fucking blinkers.
Yo, the
Yeah.
blinker? That's crazy.
One time she doesn't use the blinker, she's done, son. What the fuck, bro?
Wow.
Maybe she was thinking about something else, God. Holy shit.
Damn.
That's a very good point, but again, it's not just that. It's one marker of decline, and again, she had a brother and a sister who were going through Alzheimer's. By then, one died, and her brother was going to die, and maybe 2 years later, and he was in.
The
The
longer he
arrogance.
talks, Ronnie. No, fuck that. No,
Yeah.
it's past
He's
arrogance.
trying to
Now. This is
justify
true mental
shit.
health. He's not.
Yeah.
Like he's falling off the cliff. Like he's
Yeah, he
he's
thinks
hanging on the.
yo, let's keep it a buck. He's up here giving a speech like he's Adolf Hitler. He's
Whoa,
on one.
whoa.
He's on
No,
one.
definitely he's not
His
anything.
delivery,
No, he's actually the mental health has declined during this interview process.
that's
Like
what I'm saying.
he is holding on. Like it's not even making sense anymore. You know what I'm saying? He's holding on to the
Yeah.
rocks. He's about to fall into the
The
shards
mental
of the
instability.
waves.
It's a
Yeah,
terrible
yeah.
situation. So, the other aunt of mine was I think even in an even worse situation because of Alzheimer's. But I never visited her because women tend to want to be remembered for their beauty when they're young. So I didn't visit her for that reason, but I also never knew enough to visit where she was or anything like that.
But again, you feel like it was your role to, I mean, some might call it playing God, deciding on their lives. It was fair for you to do that?
If the decision is going to be made, it's going to be a plain God decision. And truly, we lived through this COVID thing. Cuomo.
COVID did something to everybody, man. I know a lot of people don't like to admit it. It's taboo. Shh, don't
Right.
talk about it. It's not all right. But yo, I'm telling you right now, man. For a lot of people that have mental health issues, or even borderline, or maybe even asymptomatic kind of situation going on, there was something that opened up a door where
Yeah.
for everybody there was like a step to something else. I don't know, man. I've seen a lot,
Even
and
people with PTSD being,
the only jab I ever had was a jab
fined.
to the face. So
Right.
if you understand, you understand. But everybody that else has had a jab that wasn't to a face, um, are a little different. Just gonna say that
He almost
respectfully.
sounded disappointed that they survived COVID, like his grandparents. So he had to, like, you know what I mean? Like, what do we?
That's
I'm
why
just trying to
I had
read
to
between
mention
the
that.
lines.
I was kind of trying to mention that because it goes to show during whatever
Because, like
manifestation
we
that he
said, remember
had
you
for
brought it
mental
up.
health or
A lot
whatever
of
time he was
elderly.
learning,
Yep. Go ahead,
whatever
my bad.
that time in the pandemic he was learning,
Yep.
whatever he downloaded into his crazy ass mind that was already
Right.
tattered before, it kind of gave him this weird solidness of this. Because COVID did that to a lot of people. It kind
Right.
of like
Like we brought that up in
drove
the
them
past. Yeah. And a lot of elderly people we've seen get sick and lose their life,
crazily sane.
unfortunately. Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? It kind of put people in this new level of self. But some people weren't able to handle it or really understand it or put the bricks in the right places. And some people ended up doing shit like this. Just saying.
Is there's probable cause to arrest Andrew Cuomo for
Probable
thousands of
cause.
deaths because he it's on the record that he sent people into nursing homes for a certain reason, and there was reports that people died as a consequence. So that's probable cause. But he
Andrew Cuomo did not put his hand around
Right.
someone's neck.
But
Andrew
that-
Cuomo did not put a rope around
right,
someone's
right.
neck.
That he would be culpable of criminally negligent homicide.
This is where that mental health starts to decline and it starts to show because now he's
Yeah.
running out of shit to say. Like you did all that shit and
Yeah, he's
now
bringing up COVID and shit. This dude's trying
now
to
you
keep him on
still want to
track.
be
Like, you
seen. You
did
still want to be
this.
heard.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
now you're talking
Facts.
about a bunch of nothing. You know what I mean? Like it
Right.
just goes to show that the rapid decline after a certain amount of time. Wade Wilson had the same kind of fucking thing.
I think that's
So what are you guilty of? Are you guilty of murder?
you could say age-related homicide or something like that, but it's not in the law.
What?
But it should be. Somehow it should be. And maybe it will be. And maybe if it's accepted at some point, because there's 40 million people, they'll want it to be accepted, this will blow over. And I'm willing to make restitution to
But this dude said this will blow over. What? Huh?
Yeah, he's
Where?
all over
How?
the place.
How is this gonna blow over? Like, are you trying to manifest this, or is this something that you really think that's gonna take place? Because I think he believes that shit. Because he said that shit with such conviction,
Right.
like with such truth from himself. You know what I mean? Whatever the fuck that is.
the family. That's why I mentioned that other type of legal system. And
Lawrence, this is not going to blow over.
I know,
You
I-
killed your parents.
Yo, he straight told him.
Yeah,
like
real,
that.
real shit. Like
Straight
this ain't gonna
facts. Straight
blow
up
over.
and down like 6 o'clock, like straight up and down like 12 o'clock. He straight up like, you killed you. Now he keeps confirming and getting these confessions out of him is crazy.
Well, now I see the interviewer is kind of like, you know what? I'm kind of sick of this shit. Like you're
Yeah.
just fucking playing stupid now. You want to play
Yeah.
stupid? I'm gonna give you some real
Dose of
real life
reality.
lashings. Real
Yeah.
life lashings.
there is that situation, but to me it's not very important. It's politics is subject to change. Everything is negotiable. Donald Trump has proven that everything is negotiable in this country. And if you have a good idea and you can help people,
Whoa, he pulled the Trump card.
I
He
think the
said
dude is
Donald
thinking in
Trump.
his head, this dude is a coward. I can take him out. I'll beat the shit out of this guy if he tries anything. I know that's what I would be. That's what I would be thinking. Beat the
Just give me
shit
a
out
reason to
this dog
smack
shit
this
out.
motherfucker.
Yeah. Because you said enough. You shit already for me, man.
Yeah, facts.
get a better outcome.
Did you ever kill anyone else?
No way.
Did you ever commit physical harm to anyone else?
No.
This was it. Just
Right.
your mother and your father.
Yep.
No one else in your family ever suffered at your hand?
No.
Okay. Just wanted to check.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Lawrence.
Damn, he crossing the T's and dotting the
Lawrence,
I's.
can I ask you a question? One of the neighbors told us on the scene that your parents were under the impression that you were gonna take them on a trip. Did you tell them that you were gonna take them on a trip before you killed them?
Whoa. Think
Yo,
about that right now.
he's staring off into
He was
the
trying to
yo.
tell them the truth about what he was gonna
Right.
do by telling them in a way where,
Roundabout way, right.
yeah, you're gonna go on a trip, all
We
right?
going
I'm gonna send
upstairs.
I'm sending you somewhere where you're gonna go. Don't worry.
Right.
No, but I asked my mother if she wanted to go with me for a ride to um, Grafton Park. We'd like to go there.
I think they told people that they were possibly moving to Germany.
That's what I said.
You said that?
Yeah.
You said that to people, not your parents.
Right.
So that was your,
People,
that was
people
your,
ask me, where are my parents? I tell them, because my mother's from Germany, and my father was born in Yugoslavia, and then after they could escape communism, they went to Germany.
He said concentration camps earlier, man. This dude is fucking
Yep.
bullshit ass liar.
And then my father came to this country, and then my mother in the 50s.
but there were neighbors who said that they had been told by your parents, oh, we think we're going to move to Germany. Are they mistaken? Are the neighbors remembering that incorrectly? Or could your parents have said that?
They could have said that.
Could they have known something was coming?
Possibly.
You ever give them the impression that maybe you would just move them somewhere?
No.
No, okay.
That's news to me, to be honest.
Okay, all right. I think we're done.
Okay.
Thank you, Lawrence.
I appreciate it very much.
Thank you for talking to us.
Yep, thank you.
Yo, homeboy just dug his
Yeah,
own
you can
grave,
make
bro.
that all available on YouTube, even on a private website for me, so I can have it.
Yo, he's
Trust me,
chasing the
it will-
clout
it
like
will
you
be
said.
available.
That's
Okay, I
crazy.
appreciate it.
Okay, thank you.
Yep, thank you.
Slam the
Man was about
door.
to give him a handshake. He wiped his hand like he was about to give him a fucking handshake.
Yes,
Now
yes.
this is part two. This is where he's already locked up. They canned him. They charged him. He's fucking done. So he's never coming out ever.
That
Unless it's in
interview
a
he
pine
just did.
box.
Yeah,
So
because the video we just watched brings us right into the video we're about to watch. Because that interview he just did gets him to where he's at now, right here in jail, locked up.
yeah. So I want to take a little minute because this is I think this is about 15 minutes if I'm not mistaken. Oh, 7 minutes. We got 7 minutes on this video right here. I think hey Ronnie, you got anything you want to talk about for next few?
My bad, I was muted up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
man, like I was
definitely
saying earlier, I just uploaded a few shorts. There's riots out here, bro, in Boston. Not just Boston. I want to be specific. All over
right back there.
Massachusetts. They're lighting cop cars on fire. They're blowing up shit with fireworks, bro. It's going up out here. The streets are getting crazy. It's getting hectic. It's looking like some real end of the world shit. There's riots everywhere. It ain't just Boston. I want to clarify. There's cities, dozens of cities in Massachusetts, all over the state that just they're rioting in the street, bro, and it's they're going to war with the governor, the mayor, the city is it's like it's collapsing. It looks like a Batman movie out there, you know. So shout out to everybody in the chat. Make sure you go peep them shots I just put up. Ronnie Blue Eyes, Boston Boss, YouTube Street Shots. We here, yeah. DVS, you muted, homie.
Oh no, I said hold it down for a little
I
bit. I'll
got
be
you.
right
I
back.
got you. I'll be
Yeah,
here.
gotcha.
Shout out to
Shout out
everybody
to
in
the
the
chat.
chat.
Yes,
Yeah,
my
yeah,
fault,
yeah.
Ronnie. Shout out to everybody in the chat. I'll be right back. Yo, Ronnie, hold it down. I don't know if you want me to drop the link. I could drop the link too. Anybody up here got something they want to talk about with this guy? Because this is gonna be crazy. I want to see what the defense is gonna be in the future. I want to know, what is he gonna plea? How is he gonna plea out? You know what I mean? Like, is he gonna take it all the way to trial? This is a question that we need answers to.
Yeah. Shit. So if you got them, smoke them, light them up, roll them up, roll them up. Let's get lit. I'm gonna roll one up. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Cam, Ruth, Kim, Anton. It's about time. Lisa, Iony, J13, Leon, Jules. Hey, we appreciate you riding with us, man. YouTube Streets Podcast. You know where it's at. Shout out to the chat. Brat, hold that. But yeah, it's going crazy. This whole world is going to shit. It's a scandalous world, but these riots are crazy. I just uploaded a few shorts. You can go check them out on my Ronnie Blue Eyes page, my Boston Boss page, and the YouTube Street Shots page. It's going up, man. Somebody shot, they shot up the cop car with fireworks. The whole shit exploded, like on fire. On fire. That shit was crazy. But if you got them rolling, we lighten up. Appreciate the chat. Thank you. Thank you. Always. See, I stay out the bullshit. You ain't gonna see me out there rioting and doing all that extra shit. I'm gonna be getting ready for whatever. You don't gotta get ready when you stay ready. You know what I mean? So I just mind my business. Best thing you could do in this world is just mind your business, and I encourage others to do the same. You feel me? Stay out the mix. Stay out the shits. It's getting sticky out there, and I ain't trying to get stuck. You feel me? Keep it a buck with you, cause I fuck with you. Ride with us. That like button if you like something. Got to keep your head up. Everybody in the chat, keep your head up. Fall weather's here. It's getting crazy in Massachusetts. It's October in Massachusetts, so imagine that. I already drove through Salem, Mass. It was crazy. It's already going up. The week of Halloween is about to be lit. Everybody come visit Massachusetts. Come peep Salem, get the tour. It's going to be crazy. Hoodie weather's finally here. Tims and hoodies, I'm chilling. It's getting nice out. Who's coming to Salem for Halloween? Definitely keep your head up. Stay out the mix. Keep your head on the swivel always, man. Salute, you already know. Yatu Save. You already know. A wedding in Salem. Yeah, some parts of Salem are beautiful, you know what I mean? But, for me, it's crazy because I drive through Salem, bro. You don't even gotta go to the cemeteries and shit like that, bro. As soon as you get in the city, you don't even gotta go to the haunted spot, to the Hocus Pocus house, or the Sabrina the Teenage Witch statue, or none of that shit, bro. As soon as I drive through Salem, you don't even gotta tell me. I already know. I get goosebumps. The hairs on my arms stand up, bro. This shit is real. The energy is real. The only time I've ever felt that is when was on the highway driving down south through Gettysburg, where like the Civil War took place, and I felt that presence, that energy, right? I feel the same way whenever I drive, because I used to live in Lynn. Shout out to Lynn, City of Sin, right next to Salem, Mass. Every time I drive through Salem, Mass, bro, the fucking the hair on my arms stand up, bro. I get goosebumps. My whole body is crazy. You could just feel the energy. And the graveyards are like so old. The shit is spooky for real. It don't even gotta be Halloween. It could be you could drive through there right now and shit is spooky. Shit is scary for real. There be real witches out there too. Believe that shit. Cause whether you believe something is real or not, if the person that's involved believes it's real to them, and it's real enough to where they make it real. You feel? So shit is getting spooky for real. I ain't gonna lie. Shit is getting crazy, but I'm with the October hoodie weather, Timberlands. I'm gonna be out there. So I'm gonna go live on the YouTube Street Shots on my Ronnie Blue Eyes page and on my Boston Boss page. I got a friend coming with me. I'm definitely going into Salem, Mass this year and getting some footage so you could all be there. So whoever can't visit, they can watch the video and check it out. Definitely popping off and popping my shit. Going live. Roll this joint up right quick. Everybody, if you got them, roll them up, light them up, smoke with your guy. Scandalous squad, smoke with your guy. But Salem, Mass is crazy, bro. Yo, I was in Salem, Mass one night, bro, cutting through a cemetery, right? I was young as fuck, right? We're coming back. It was in October too. Yo, it felt like you was in a vampire movie. The energy is so crazy, it'll leave you stuck. Like everybody talks about fight or flight. I've seen people straight freeze, couldn't move, like stuck on stupid. The energy is real out there for real.
Oh, well, I'm
But
back, man. I'm back in
I'm going
action.
live. I'm just letting them know I'm going live this year, man. I'm gonna be walking through Salem with the camera on. But
Oh, you can go to the Hocus Pocus house. I would love
oh
to
yeah, yeah,
see what
yeah.
that's like.
I've been there multiple times. I got a few shots up on my channel now. The Hocus Pocus house, Sabrina the Teenage Witch statue, shit like that. They got the actual Hocus Pocus house where the family lived, and then they got the Hocus Pocus like cabin where the witches lived and shit. That shit is spooky. I posted few shots of that, and they got the
So
museum, the witch
you
museum, and a hotel right there.
you know the girl that played the blonde witch, the
Hmm.
ditzy blonde? I can't remember her name. She played in Sex and the City too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But come to find out, I don't know if you said this to me before, but I just read it as well. Um, she did some sort of ancestry, and it
Right.
traced back to somebody that actually was burnt at the stake in
Yep.
Salem and was considered to be a witch
Yep.
in her
Yep.
bloodline. Um,
Yeah.
so it's kind of crazy that she actually played that role. So
Yeah.
something to look into. I don't know how
You
100% true it is, but
It's crazy. It's crazy that you say that because whether you believe it or not, bro, if you just look at the statistics and the history and the facts, mul- yo, multiple people were murdered. They were killed. They were stoned to death, burned at the stake. They were hung. They killed so many women and some men, but mostly women that was considered witches. That it's crazy whether you believe in a witch or not. These people lost their
so
life over this shit.
I have a very unique stance when it comes to what happened at Salem, right? To an extent, I understand, and I do believe in you know, all things that are possible, right? So when it comes to like witchery and warlock shit and all that
Right.
good stuff, there I believe that there is a capability of taking you know that and using it, and it
Yeah,
can be
it's very
powerful, right?
deep. Words are hurt.
But
Spelling, that's why they call spelling
when it
spelling. It's a
comes
spell.
to that being a thing with the the witch hunts and the witch trials, I do believe that a lot of women that were independent and outspoken
Yep.
were considered to be of that because they're used to women being submissive and keep
Yeah, of
quiet.
course.
And
Inferior.
when
All you had to
yeah
do was say 2 + 2 was 4. Forget about it. She gotta go. It was like that. It was bad, bro.
yeah
But
so
my
any
point
woman with
is, a
any
lot
kind
of
of
people
yeah
lost their
previous.
lives, even if they just had common sense. It was like, what?
Yeah, but it was mainly because women were outspoken and independent. That's how I feel. That's my
Yeah,
stance on it.
yeah.
Um,
The
yeah,
smarter you were, the more dangerous it was for you.
yeah, absolutely.
Basically. But yeah, let's get into this YouTube streets. Thanks for riding with us. Hit that like button if you like something. DVS, Stuck in the System. Ronnie Blue Eyes, Scandalous Squad. Shout out to El Plaga.
Hey,
Yeah.
shout out to Plug, man. Shout out to everybody watching. This is part two of the first interview that he did before he got arrested. This is the
This
aftermath
is
of him,
post lockup, yo.
yeah, getting
Aftermath.
getting tagged and bagged.
Thank you for seeing us again, Lawrence. Since you told me yesterday that you killed your parents, do you feel a sense of
That was fucking quick. 24 hours. Fucking two interviews in 24 hours.
Exactly.
Holy
Right after that
shit.
interview, we got his
relief
ass
today about
locked up.
that?
Not any extra relief. No, not at all.
The world knows what happened now. That doesn't.
I mean, that does help. I think. I'm glad that people know about my statement. That's important to me.
But I think people out there care about your parents and what happened to them.
Yes.
Yeah,
Can we just
yeah.
go through that again very quickly? That night that you decided to take their lives, did you know that day, the day before, when did you know that was the time to do this?
My father laid back and was ready. He knew. I just want to say a message that there's a legal defense type of thing, and then there's a political defense.
Yo, that he knew was wild, son.
Yeah, that was wicked wild, bro. I was just thinking the
He
same
knew.
shit.
He
I was
knew.
like, damn, he knew
He
shit. Ain't
knew.
nothing new. He knew. What
He
the
knew I was
fuck?
coming like the Grim Reaper of death.
Again,
Hey,
the most
lady,
important law
appreciate
in this
you.
country is
Yeah, thank you, lady. We appreciate you. Thank you for your support.
New York State ratification law, which says that um, the people have the power to reassume the powers of government whensoever it is necessary to their happiness. And one of my
Yo,
goals.
this is that sovereign bullshit. Now, listen, there was a time during the pandemic where, the algorithm was testing people and it was feeding people to see which way they were going to go. Their
Yep.
perspective pens is what I like to call it.
Right.
There was a thing where, that sovereign citizen thing was a thing where, they were pitching that and that was like
Yep.
going around and people were really falling for it.
I've seen people try to pull that shit in court.
Some
Crazy.
can, some can. So
You got to be
let's
able to
go into this.
articulate yourself very well and
So
know what you're talking about.
I was studying this when I was incarcerated, when I was on my first bid, and I had a book that could have sent me to the box for the rest of my time of being locked up. And it was basically, you can start talking that sovereign law and those things of freedom, but there's a certain verbiage and a certain way you have to speak. And at any given time, you show that you are inferior of anybody that's in authority,
Yeah.
you're done. And the wordplay, like it's almost like dancing with words, and you got to
Right.
be on your fucking tools all the time.
Facts.
So it's possible, but you really need to know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
you
And
got to be hip to the shits. Yeah. You
it's
got to be able to
very,
break it down and articulate yourself very well and actually know
very,
what you're talking about.
very few people that can do it.
Fluently. Yeah,
Wesley
fluently.
Snipes was a person that tried to do that when it came to taxes, and they fucking made an example out of his ass.
Right.
Just so people wouldn't even dare try to even see what that was about. But there is a way where you can file paperwork and gain your sovereignty.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everything after that is on you to the fullest. Like it can go crazy south for you if you don't know what you're doing. But most people don't even get past the paperwork part. But just wanted to say this shitty self-ness is like a thing that was an algorithm that was feeding people this idea that whatever the fuck this is.
Was to create a board
Yeah,
of
they weren't even
trustees
trying to give their
for New York
name
State.
in some of them
And
situations.
to create that initial trustee, someone needs to know what to do. So I'm making the claim that I'm the initial trustee of the New York State Board of Trustees, and they would have prosecutorial immunity. And so I appeal to that as having prosecutorial immunity for this case.
It's pretty much a certainty that's not going to happen. You also talked about wanting to be tried under German law.
Well, English German law, yes.
Is that still something you're looking for?
I would ask for it. There's nothing wrong with asking. I mean, you never know if you'll get a yes. You can get a yes. And this country is unstable right now. You don't know what could break up. And I do think the country should break up into pieces to make it better for everyone.
Yo,
Even
so hold
the
on.
Washington Post did
He's
that
not a
sometimes.
German citizen, and the crime didn't happen in Germany, so that's out the window. He thinks just because what his mother was born in Germany, she was
Yeah,
born
he's
in
going off.
Germany.
This
Come
is
on,
the
man.
algorithm. So there's going to be a lot of people. So there, we understand now there's some form of autism with this guy. He's on the spectrum of some sort. Now
Right.
there's going to be lawsuits in the future, litigation for specific cases that are like this, but not to this extreme and or an extent that would be like take your parents' lives. But there are certain people that are on the spectrum that can be fed this kind of fucking rhetoric from the algorithm and really think they know what they're talking about, but they
Right.
really, right? Because he's all over the place. This is
Yeah, they
like
be
a
believing
fucking
their own
algorithm
bullshit type
that
shit.
went
Right.
rogue on his phone and started feeding him craziness. You know what I mean? If you really look at it. And it's sad because he really doesn't know what the fuck he's saying, bro. And I might be a defense too, right? I could be a sucker, right? But I'm seeing the clearer picture here.
Right.
The court of public opinion seems to say that they're not happy with what they heard from you yesterday, that they think it was a cold-blooded crime. Do you understand people thinking that way?
I'm glad you gave me that feedback.
Of course you are. He's feeding your ego, stupid. But let's not call him stupid because he is on the spectrum. and you know, woof.
We all are getting old. We're all going to need help, and we're all going to have to decide how to deal with these kinds of problems. And with 40 million boomers getting into that state of life, they need their options open, and their families need their options open.
But who are you to decide, other than being their son? But is that decision up to you? Can you play God?
You can do your duty to your parents as they give you feedback, information, etc. It's really not.
You're right. This is
Yo,
like
you
almost
seen his
everything.
face when he asked, "Who are you? Who are you? Who are you to decide?" Yeah, he had that smug smirk. You know what I mean? The arrogance. But yeah, bro, this is wicked wild, bro.
The decision of God. It's it's a matter of what kind of lives are you trying to give your parents under grave circumstances that will be coming. If somebody falls and then ends up in the hospital, they're in like a machine that will just process them along, and you'll have no way to recapture control, to get control of your own life again.
But they weren't in a hospital. They weren't hooked up to a machine.
Right.
Their lifeline was you, and you snuffed out their lives.
Snuffed out their lives. Because if you
Got
think
him.
about it, that was like uncalled for. If it was going to be
Right.
one of those mercy, elderly unalivings, that's definitely not the way you should be doing it.
You have to understand that the end was coming, and the world starts to go. You have to decide when your time is up.
Yo, I'm just waiting for homeboy to ask him. So when you're old and you're incapable of doing like turning on your blinker in your car, or something like that, you want someone to smother you with a pillow? Like,
Yo, that
yo,
should be a skit, bro. That's
what the
crazy.
fuck?
Imagine.
You
And I'm
know?
sorry, I have dark humor,
No,
man.
I know,
I look
but
at life through a different lens. But imagine that skit right there. You're driving in a car with your mother, right? And she doesn't hit the blinker. And something goes off in your head. The bulb goes off in your head and says, "Gotta take her out, man. She's lost."
yeah. Yo, that's wicked wild, bro. Yo, what happened? Oh, my mother, she didn't hit the blinker. Forget about
This
it,
time
kid.
she's
It's
out the
over.
door.
It's
It's time
over.
for her to go.
Yo,
But
what
did they
the?
decide, or did you decide?
They were giving me hints to this effect.
And a hint's enough to go and decide to take a life?
It was information like a plea that this is the beginning of the end for them.
Well, it was the end for them because you made it the end for them.
Okay, I'll
Holy
have to
shit.
keep.
Damn.
What can you tell us about your parents? What kind of people were they, your mother and your father?
My father was more. What my mother said, do whatever you want as long as you do good in school. And so I sort of measured myself as what I'm doing.
It's very different from yesterday to now because he was on
Yeah.
something. He had to be on Adderall or he might have been on a manic episode, but
Right.
it's very different from what he was saying yesterday.
Or it could just be the fact that he's locked up and it's a humbling, sobering experience. You know what I mean? Like
But he's not
reality might
making
be
it.
setting in
You
to an
know, reality is
extent.
definitely setting in, but it's not. Shit is not computing. You know what I mean? Like he's
Yeah,
off.
yeah.
Like he's
They're not,
off
they're
for
not.
real now. Like
Right,
there's
right.
no making sense anymore. Like he's just fucking rambling.
Trying to make
Good
sense
for
out of
school or not.
nonsense.
And usually that kept me on track to being doing good in school. And my father was not so much important. Sometimes he would say, "Oh, you don't have to take that test." Or
Were you not as close with your father?
I was close with them in different ways. I wouldn't say that I was not as close with my father. I always felt closer to my father, I think.
Why did you decide to kill your father first?
Yeah, I can't talk about that.
Once again, man, this guy's questions are
Yeah,
fucking on
phenomenal.
point, man.
And if the fact
He's-
that he's homeschooled, right, that shows you the lack of like, him
Holy
being
shit.
exposed to other
Trump just
people
put in a bill for homeschool
social.
kids, man. Don't do that. You're gonna
No,
fuck up the
no, I'm saying that he had if like listen, you could be homeschooled, there's nothing wrong with that long as you still um yeah, you're still social. You still have a life where you could communicate with other people. You feel me? You
yeah.
still develop
I'm
social
mixed on
skills. You're still
I'm mixed on the
interacting with
homeschooling. I
right.
believe that the
But
program
situational, you know what I mean?
should be very sociable to an
Right.
extent with a lot of direction and understanding to
Right.
sociology and
And
different
that's my point. The lack of his
yeah,
social skills could be due to maybe he was sheltered. You know what I mean? That's
absolutely.
all I'm
You keep
saying.
a kid like this sheltered yourself, brother. Just
Right.
saying. Yeah, he can't go out. Can't let him intermingle with anybody else.
I'll listen to that advice of the lawyer.
After you took their lives, it's been 8 years. What have you been doing in those 8 years?
Trying to make good on their lives by trying to, I tried to start a Vogue Saver philosophy, which never existed before. And I think it's very important to civilization to try to
Yo,
start
I
new
just want to point
civilizations
out,
to
DVS, like I said
recultivate
earlier,
the
right?
German.
He keeps saying the Volks, savior and the German. So I do know of a situation where, like I said, Volkswagen means people's wagon, Volksfront means the people's front, and that's like a white power movement. So the fact that he keeps like bringing that up slightly, like they're red flags for me. It's making me dig a little deeper and dive a little deeper into the mindset of where he's coming from. You feel me?
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. I'm just thinking about a whole bunch of different things that could be. Somebody said check the basement. Yeah,
Right. Right.
that
Facts.
could be a thing. He could have been abused. You never know. These things are for real. You never know what. But I think that this is more genetic mental health than um, environmental mental health. If you get what I'm saying.
Yo.
Sorry.
People, because after World War II, they were totally wiped out culturally by the United States. Everything was destroyed, and then they were basically Americanized. But I understood that the essence of German culture is folk teleology, which is a philosophical term.
Don't you think your parents might have rather continued to live as opposed to you helping German culture?
My parents always believed in doing their duty. My mother always said, I do this every day.
Check the basement, man. I think somewhere in Pennsylvania, this is just a fun fact. Some lady bought a house, and then, like, in her basement, they took up the floor and they had like swastikas, like, tiled into the floor. It was like a goddamn grounds for whatever that shit is.
That's crazy.
Yeah, these guys keeps on talking about Germany, man. There may be some sick shit going
Duty
on.
to you. It's not as concerned with love and life as you might think it is.
Was it a loving relationship you had with your parents?
Not in a loving. I wouldn't characterize it as loving the way you might say it in America. It was harsh.
It was harsh.
Oh yeah. As a kid, it was very harsh.
So was any of the decision to take their lives in retribution for that?
No.
That the fact that you had a harsh upbringing?
No. Okay. Sorry.
Yo, that must be the
Sorry.
lawyer, because he was trying to
All right,
get him
thank
to
you.
say it was some revenge shit, and they shut that shit down quick. You peeped that?
No, I didn't eat that. Let me get back to that. I want to see that. That was a good
Yeah,
cat.
okay. It was harsh.
It was harsh.
Oh yeah. As a kid, it was very harsh.
So was any of the decision to take their lives in retribution for that? That the fact that you had a harsh upbringing?
No. Okay. Sorry.
Man,
Yo.
he perked up like a dog. Like somebody said, "Hey, come here."
Yeah, look at that smile, bro. He cheesing.
The fact that you had a harsh upbringing?
No. Okay. Sorry.
Man, he is so submissive to whoever the fuck said that, right? He looked like
Yeah,
a
sorry,
child
sorry,
being,
yeah.
whoa. Yeah, that was
Yo.
such a much. Whoa. I guess they're going to try to use that as a defense, I guess,
Yeah,
right?
look at that facial expression, like, ouch.
Sorry.
Huh?
All right. Thank you.
You're done. You're done.
Cooked.
Cook
Dude's
'em.
cooked. Yo, my guy, that dude is short, dude. He's cooked. Straight fried, my guy.
In a democracy.
Yeah, no, that's crazy, man. It's definitely wild.
Shout out
That
to everybody in the chat for riding with us. Hit that like button if you like something. We appreciate you.
tell you one thing, man. That's gonna be one wild trial. I want to see what the defense is. Like I said earlier, I want to see where they're going to try to lead this to, what they're going to blame it on, what they're going
Yeah.
to, use as an excuse.
Yeah, definitely. If he's gonna do another interview, is there an interrogation that we're gonna stumble across? We're definitely gonna cover it and follow up because this one is crazy.
No, this is definitely. I think we caught a good one, man. Maybe we can try to see if we can get some more, calls if he's calling anybody.
Yep.
Definitely keep an eye out on this because that was one hell of an interview, and that.
And you mentioned the sister. I don't know if the sister's alive or the sister.
No. She passed away from cancer at the age of
Oh,
13.
okay.
Or
But
14,
if he
I think
does
it was.
have, family that's living and he's
Nah, I
gonna
think
be
he
in
was the last
contact
of the
with.
Mohegans, man. I think that's the
Yeah.
reason why he was able to get away with it so long, because there's nobody to report him. You got to remember, he's collecting them SSI checks for fucking years, bro. Like 8 years. So,
So it might just be lawyer calls. He might just have a public defender, public pretender. You know what I mean? You never know. But we're definitely gonna follow up with this case because this is tragic. This
and
man
before we
took the
shut it
lives of
down,
his
Ronnie,
parents.
before we
It's
shut it
crazy.
down, I don't know what you got planned. I know it's a little late. It's 12:32 a.m. in the morning. I still got to get up at 5. But are there any other things that been on the news that you want to talk about? Because I know a lot of people have been saying, "Hey, we want you to go live. We want you to talk about certain topics. We want you to hit up a little current events, give your thoughts." Um, what sticks out to you the most right now in the fucking crazy world we're living in?
Well, I gotta be honest, bro. I try to avoid the news as much as possible. I feel like they only report negativity. I try to surround myself with positivity, but that only works so much. I still see what's going on in front of me. I walk out the door, I'm seeing ICE raids every day. I'm seeing the riots. So with everything going on, there's a lot going on, but mostly right now it's like they're rioting in the street, they're going to war with the cops, and it's turning up. And it ain't just Boston, it's all over the state. And now I'm hearing other states, they're turning up too. So that's what sticks out to me the most. I don't really get into the news too much because, like I said, it just kind of brings you down and shit. It's nothing but negativity. I try not to get drowned in that. But what I do see when I walk out my front door and I can't ignore is these ICE raids every other day. These riots in the streets of Boston. They're going to war with the administration, the mayor, the governor. Trump versus Boston, and the government versus Massachusetts, and Fed versus state, and it's getting real crazy out here, bro.
Well, I'll tell you one thing, man. Boston has always been the buck back state, and I've always respected that. Always through and
Yep.
through with the
Real
rebel
rebels.
spirit.
Yep. Yep.
So you guys are usually the ones holding the front line out of
Frontline
everybody
shit.
else. Yeah,
Yeah,
you guys
facts.
are frontliners when it comes to rebelling shit.
Yep.
So I hope there can be a change with moving forward. But sometimes you got to fight with fire with fire. But I'm not
Yeah,
going to say too
facts.
much else on that. I did want to mention, I don't know if you've seen this. I don't know if the chat's seen this, but this is like a little thing that happened. There was a cargo ship filled with politicians, activists, freedom fighters, you
Right.
name it. They're there, right? They get intercepted and they get taken by Israel. Greta Thunberg. I don't know if you ever heard of her. I know we have. I know everybody has.
Yep.
She's on this. She's on this boat, right? She gets taken. There's a rumor saying that she was tortured, that they made her crawl and kiss the Israeli flag and do all these things. But when they released her
Yeah.
and she came back, she did look shaken up, like
Right.
she was trying to hold on to that fighting spirit, but there
Right.
was something missing, right?
Broken. Right. Yeah.
Yeah, because it almost reminded me of the Game of Thrones when
Wow.
the queen had to walk through the shame.
Yeah.
I feel like they would do something like that, Joe.
Yeah. it's almost I know it ain't the same thing, but it reminds me of these humiliation rituals you see with certain celebrities and statuses and shit like that. You know what I mean? It got that same kind of vibe of the dehumanization and the humiliation of the whole situation is crazy. But for everybody that wants to see what's really going on, I do have a few shots up on Ronnie Blue Eyes, Boston Boss. You can see the cop car get lit on fire, shot up by fireworks. The whole shit's up in flames. You can go check that out now. You know the name, you know the game. Check me
Oh
out.
wow. Yeah, no, yeah, that's definitely something to look forward to. I don't know. They really haven't been doing too much of that out here. They've been, they do it quietly. It's almost like thieves in the night. Because I'll tell you right now, Chicago is not playing any games when it comes to ICE. They are patrolling the neighborhoods. I heard certain organizations and uh, people are definitely, backing them up. Um, putting them out of the neighborhoods where they're, pretty much hunting people, right? Um, and I wouldn't be surprised, right, that a lot of these ICE agents, there are a lot of New York State Department of Corrections officers that they all resigned or
Yeah,
retired because of the
getting
thing
in
that
some
happened.
OT, right?
So they can use their skills and their expertise on forcefulness and
Yep.
go do the job of ICE because they don't give a fuck either way. 9 times out of 10, those guys in ICE are some sort of correctional officers. Call me crazy if you like, but I'm almost certain that's the fucking case because
Yeah,
they are the crackers and they are the slave catchers.
yeah, a lot of them will have like some type of history, whether it's military
Bounty
training
hunting.
or police or bounty, right, right, court related government, definitely.
A lot of those ICE, well, every last one of them that's fucking working and putting their foot on the ground. Um, they're not too fucking sharp, man. They just follow orders, and a lot of people are not going to stand with me on my stance when it comes to the great migration or immigration thing that just took place with the blood transfusion of America. Yo, it's all a setup. Everybody got set up. Everybody from the last immigrant through the gate to the terrorists that walked through the fucking border. Everybody's been set up. It was designed this way. This is the blood transfusion to America. They had to fill the pond. Crime pays. Think about how much crime all this has taken place, whether it's
Oh yeah,
domestic, violent,
yeah.
uh,
They got
rapists.
prisons for profit, private prisons. They're making money off of each and every, you know what I mean,
Well, it's not
inmate.
even the
Right.
private part. They're rinsing the money as well, too. You
Mm-hmm.
got to think about all the money that was handed
Rinse
out.
and repeat, rinse and repeat.
How much money is going to go into the economy? Where is it going to go? Who's going to get paid when it
Right.
comes to not seeing the taxpayers? Because, they're going to fucking shovel a shitload of money into this,
Oh
right?
yeah, I was
And
just
it's,
talking about that. Like the Karen Reed case, just the second child alone. You know how much money the taxpayers of Massachusetts to pay, bro? It's out of this world. I wrote the numbers down to cover them on the next podcast, but it was almost mind blowing. Like the amount of money spent just in the second child alone. Never mind this third civil shit and the first child. Just the second child. I wrote down the numbers, and the math is crazy.
well,
You know?
so just to give a little insight on what I've been going through. I have full sole and legal custody of my children, right? But I've been going to court for custody battle that the other parent has brung up, um, and try to, give visitation or custody or whatever it is. But I've been going to trial. I've been in trial, Ronnie. You seen me when I first started trial almost 2 years ago, bro.
Right.
Like
Yep. They're gonna
they
drag it on.
drag it
Yep.
and then they just make sure that everybody gets paid.
Yeah, they're
There's
dragging for the dollars, dog. They're dragging dollars. It's
Yeah, that's all
sad,
it
but it's
is.
true.
Yeah, so
Unfortunately,
when it comes to the courts, they know what they're doing when it comes to collecting all. Everybody's got to get paid. The court officer, it's an insurance policy. There's
yeah,
not a day that they're gonna not have anybody come in their courtroom unless everybody, COVID or just crime stops for whatever reason, which
right.
is unlikely. But everybody has to be paid, and
Yep.
crime pays, right? The
Big
legal
facts.
system pays for what it is that they can't touch with the taxpayer money. Yo, those court officers make more than $100,000 a year, bro, with overtime. So do the math.
Yo,
Think about if they're getting that, and think about everybody else who's getting a little piece of the pie. Shit keeps this shit running smooth, man. It's the
well-oiled
oil.
machine. Yeah.
It's the oil that keeps this thing going. But when it comes to the migrants, it's not their fault either. Because somebody told them to come over here, right? Because
Yeah.
this needed to be filled up. The pond there wasn't enough fish in the pond. There's no way that the money could circulate without more fish.
Yeah,
We
it's
need more
crazy.
fish. Tell them to come this way. Tell them. This is why I call it the biggest plantation on the fucking planet Earth. We're in one big ass fucking corral pen.
And at the
Whether you
same
like it
time,
or
we're
not.
more overpopulated than ever. There's more people driving now on the roads than there ever been in history, period. There's more car accidents, for example, just to show you. So it's like they're always contradicting themselves at the same time. It's crazy. It's to keep people confused. I mean,
One thing that being incarcerated and be going through a system taught me is being comfortable around a large amount of people, like especially in prison yards and dorms and uh, whatever you want to call it. Um, you get a sense, a feeling of the energy of how many people are around you, even when they might not be that close to you. I'm telling you that I felt that there was more energy of people before you could even see the people. This is something I've been saying from the time
right.
of COVID.
Well, that's
Um,
when people were still outside and shit. Now everybody's dug in their phone and their TV and their tablets. You feel me?
no, yeah, listen, man, this was a great program. They call it the Great Reset, but it was the Great Reset 2 program. We're in the 5th year of being programmed. Think about everything that AI can do. AI has been
Yeah.
studying us for 5 years. It's
Yeah.
so realistic right now that you wouldn't be able to tell if it was me or a fucking AI. I
Yeah.
bullshit you
Facts.
not.
Oh, nah, big facts, and it's only getting worse or better depending on how you look at it. And listen, man, I seen the practice of martial law during the Boston bombing. You lost all your rights, all your freedoms. It's an illusion because at the end of the day, they could kick in your door with no warrant, no reason, just because they were looking for these. You know what I mean? They were going everywhere, riot squads up and down the streets. I seen 3 girls outside smoking cigarettes. They're like, get inside. The girls didn't listen. They lit them up with rubber riot bullets in 3 seconds. They didn't even repeat themselves. Tell them twice. Just lit them up, bro. They
Yeah,
had bruises all over them.
there's
Martial
there,
law, full
there's
effect. Just
no
practicing that
freedom
shit.
when it comes to them saying whatever they choose to do, they're gonna do. And whether you like it or not, if you ain't got it in you like that, it's gonna happen. You know what I mean? So um as many people think that we're, there's freedom and all that at any given moment. They're doing it right now in Chicago with the
Yeah.
migrants. They did it with the migrants to show that nobody else is, you know what I mean? Like then they went into the projects and then ran other people that could have been um, looking for, on a run for warrants and shit. It just goes to show you that the pressing it's to see and check the temperature to see how far people are gonna buck. And nobody's
Yeah.
out there saying, "Yo, get the fuck out of here." There are some, a little, very few, but majority are just taking it for what it is and keeping their horse blinders on and worried about their own shit. And that's usually what happens, and that's usually how things start to change because that's how everything gets passed. It flies right past everybody, and then when it's too late, everybody got their horse blinders on and looking bewildered and they don't know what to do.
Yep.
It's
Straight up.
crazy. Yeah. Just Lord, the marathon bombers is what Ronnie's talking about right now.
Yep. And that's what showed me, bro. I seen the martial law in full effect. I seen it was like they were practicing for a takeover, and all your freedoms went out the windows. You realize that at that moment, your freedoms are an
Well, it's not
illusion.
really a practice. It's they practice for that, just for that. They can do that anytime they want. It's not, oh, it's just a practice. No, they actually have drills that give them practice on that
Yeah.
same thing that they did. It's just like ESU on Rikers Island. Emergency service units, for those who don't know, they're a different kind of squad. You got
Right.
turtles
Like the
and
search team
CEOs
and
with
shit. Yeah.
batons, and they'll come in and you could fight them and, fuck them up and whatever, get sprayed and go to the pens. But when ESU comes into the building, you got to be either really fucking crazy or really fucking stupid to do anything in an aggressive manner or not listen to what they tell you to do. Because you will not be the same after they're done with you. There's no
Yo,
forgiving anything.
I seen my
Whatever.
godfather go to war with them for years, and they would send us the DVDs. His lawyer would send us the DVDs. He got so used to getting maced and pepper sprayed and shocked with the shield and shit and tased up that it wouldn't even affect him. He'd be
Ronnie,
slugging it out.
I'm not even talking about that kind of abuse. I'm talking about a lot of these ESU officers or ex-Marines, Rangers,
Yeah,
Delta, and when they hit you, I seen this one chick. She looked like she was an aggressive femme, right? She broke this dude down so quick, bro. Like I'm talking about like some Jackie Chan shit.
crazy.
Unforgiving. All of them are like that.
Yo,
And when they do searches on Rikers Island, you strip search you, you don't put your clothes back on. You put your hands behind your head and you walk to the day room and you stand behind the next man, butt ass naked, until everybody's done searching. Then they make you stand there for about another 30 minutes. If anybody moves or says anything at all, they're going to fucking hurt everybody in that place.
yo,
Everybody.
facts.
Everybody
And
shuts the fuck up and they leave. Everybody gets
yo,
dressed and goes back to their cell.
yep. And to the person in the chat asking the question, yes, they did end up finding the second person in under the boat somewhere in the suburbs of Massachusetts. They apprehended him, and soon as he got to lock up, he had to check in. It was all bad for him real quick. There's a lot of patriots and shit that love the city of Boston and weren't having that shit, so they had to move him around quite a bit.
Well, I believe the guy that caught him is the guy that owned the boat. For some reason, he went to go check on his boat and he saw it smeared where the canvas that protected the boat and covered the boat was ripped. And
Yeah, and
then,
they had helicopters with the heat vision shit seeing right through that shit.
yeah, no,
That's
that's it.
sharp as hell.
I
Yeah,
remember. Listen. I was watching it on live TV when it was taking place. I remember.
yeah.
I remember when y'all was shut down and there was no
Yep,
movement.
they were marching down the street, bro. Like I said, I seen them light up these chicks just for smoking a cigarette on the porch, but they were marching down the street in straight riot gear.
No, so I said all that about the Rikers Island ESU stuff to bring it back, because I seen how easy it was to control, right?
Right.
And they go to building to building. Like you could be in your house in your unit, and you could be at the end of the building. You will find out immediately. The CEOs call each other, bubble to bubble to bubble to bubble to bubble, and they all letting
Yeah.
each other know, yo, ESU is in the building. CEO is gonna tell somebody in the unit, and everybody in the unit is gonna know, and everybody's gonna shake ass and move and get rid of everything and all that. That's
Yeah.
how crazy it is. So the thing that I saw with the Boston bombing and the martial law, it was the same kind of scenario. Shit, I was on Rikers Island when there was a report of a firearm being there. They locked us down for 3 days, and they fucking came to each cell with ARs, handguns, and shields, and searched each individual cell to make sure that there was no gun in the Ford building. It took them 3 days to search the whole island.
Yeah.
Shit was crazy. But it showed me that, they could do that shit out here, and they did with the Boston Marathon. That's how easy it is to just grab control. That's why I say there's a very thin line between society and prison. So identical.
Yeah.
It's almost, you can compare the two just without gates and having, women and children. That's the only difference.
Yeah, 100%, man. Hey, We appreciate everybody in the chat for riding with us, man. YouTube streets, ride till the wheels fall off. Hit that like button if you like something. We gonna be going live a lot more. That's facts. Big facts. So stay tuned. You know the vibes. S Squad.
Yeah, as always, stay humble, but stay responsibly dangerous. Thank you for everybody for popping out, coming in, joining the chat, showing support. We appreciate you. Till next time, yo, Ronnie, it's always a pleasure.
Hey, respect my guy. Have a good night. Hey, everybody in the chat, good night. YouTube streets. Peace.